Music so bright we can't sit still. Hot dogs and a cold chill. We go wild just for the thrill. Cheerleaders doing their dance. Crowd in a football trance. Friends and beers in every hand. Living life like we planned. Let's step and go. We won't slow down in this wild football show. Let's step and go. We'll make some noise in this big crowd we know.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Hello, 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 one and all. Welcome to each and every one of you today. We have a game today that isn't normally a game that I would circle on my calendar, but we do have a battle of the quarterbacks in this one. The defense is going to be a little different. Shout out to y'all who are in the chat early. Hello, Susan. Hello, Robert. We got Shania in the house, 24/7 Arizona skies. I see y'all out there. What is going on, guys? High fives and hello to everybody. Welcome, welcome, one and all. David, welcome back, my friend. My beautiful wife, Christina. Hello, gorgeous. We've got Rhonda in the house. Rock and roll, y'all. This is going to be a really good game, says David. There's a lot to get excited about between these two teams in the regular season. Preseason, we are still cutting down that 53-man roster, so there will be some players that we will see today that are probably names that you're not very familiar with. However, we will probably get to see a battle of two quarterbacks here in Cincinnati, if you want to call it one, between Jake Browning and Desmond Ridder. Not sure, should something happen to Joe Burrow, we could see a new quarterback two emerge back here, for those garbage time plays. They've got two good quarterbacks back there. Washington, I don't know if we're going to get to see Jaden Daniels today, but that's okay. We will get... we did see the New England Patriots beat the brakes off the Washington Commanders in the first preseason game. I don't know if you guys are with me for that one. Those of you who were here for that one, that was a whooping. The Washington Commanders did not perform well in that first preseason game. Although the stat line wouldn't say so, they just did not. The score line says different from the stat line, but let's see. Looking at the first preseason game, looks like 173 yards from Johnson, which Josh Johnson did pretty decently in that one. But like I said, they just got steamrolled. They just got absolutely crushed by the New England Patriots. So shout out to Scoot. What's going on, Scoot? What's going on, Father Time? We got Swaggy McNolegs. Swaggy McNolegs checking into the chat right now. What up, Swaggy? What up, Scoot? What up, Naya? Father Time? Appreciate you guys being here. Cheers to y'all. Cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, guys. I'm going to stop rambling. Let's start. Let's get some atmosphere in here. Yeah, let's turn that lo-fi music on. I was wondering why it was so quiet in my head. All I can hear is my voice. I need to get a rhythm going here. So, down below, guys, you can see that I've got the money line scrolling for this one. The Cincinnati Bengals are 3-point favorites for this preseason game. One more. We got G.I. Joe checking in. What's going on, G.I. Joe? That's Joe out in the house. How you doing? Shout out to Walter. Walter, my Patriots look way better this year. Boy, I'm with you, Walter. I am 100% with you, Walter. That's going to be, yeah, I'm thinking that is my dark horse team to actually come back and overthrow, possibly, maybe overthrow the Bills in that division, but we will see. Okay, all right, guys. We are about, looks like 25 minutes until kickoff. Let's go ahead and take a look at these two teams. We did cover the Washington Commanders last week, so we'll save them for later. Let's cover the Cincinnati Bengals before this game gets started. We will start with the away team, starting with their schedule coming up right now, guys. Cincinnati Bengals, y'all know Joe Burrow, and this offense is elite. Their defense is what's always been kind of holding them up. Of course, they do have Trey Hendrickson, but the rest of the defense is questionable. Cam Taylor-Britt will be playing for the Cincinnati Bengals. He should be playing today on the defensive side of the football. But their schedule coming up, they've got one against the Indianapolis Colts, who are still licking their wounds. They lost 4 players. They're basically all on crutches right now. I guess it made their jobs a lot easier to cut down to that 53-man roster when you lose 5 players, 2 right tackles in one game, preseason game. Colts are already dealing with injuries, of course, in that first preseason game, not even the one just a couple days ago, but in the first preseason game, the Indianapolis Colts, Anthony Richardson, dislocated a pinky finger, so that can't feel great. And What else? Oh, the fact that maybe Joe Flacco had more passing yards on 11 pass attempts, which is the exact same number of pass attempts that Anthony Richardson had in this past game. So that's who they'll be facing in this preseason matchup next week. Week 1, guys, the Cincinnati Bengals are going up against the Browns. Week 2, we got Jaguars-Bengals. We got Week 3, Bengals and Vikings. All of these are Sunday games, and then their first primetime game of the year will come in Week 4, where they've got a Monday night showdown against the Cincinnati Bengals and the Broncos. I will be live for that game for sure. Okay, so that's just the schedule for them. This team is coming into the year ranked 15th best team in the NFL, according to the NFL. But if we look at how they did, like I said, defensively, nothing to get excited about. Offensively, this Bengals team was pretty solid. In 2024, they averaged almost 28 points per game offensively. Yards per game, guys, 365 of them. They were averaging almost 6 yards per play. All three of those stats that I just read off, top 10. Third down efficiency, a top 5 team, and red zone efficiency, a top 5 team. In large part thanks to this man, Joe Burrow. But, of course, Chase Brown is a solid running back. Joe Burrow now has T. Higgins, who is franchise tag. We know Jamar Chase is a #1 overall fantasy football wide receiver pick, consensus pick this year. So this offense, nothing wrong with this offense. Cannot knock the offense. It's the defense that has had some issues. Of course, we did see some changes on the offensive line this year for Joe Burrow and company. I wonder how that is going to affect them. We'll talk about the offensive line here in more detail in just a moment when we cover the actual depth charts right now. But on the defensive side, they do still have B.J. Hill. They've, of course, got Trey Hendrickson and a couple of other players out there. Jordan Battle joining the squad right now, Geno Stone. The defense mildly improved. It can't get much worse. 25th in points per game allowed, giving up 25.5 points per game. They did score more points, and they did have a winning record last year, but they were on the outside looking in. So yards per game, guys, again, 25th in that category as well, giving up 348 yards per game. Yards per play, 5.5 yards per play. That will move the chains pretty frequently there. Third down efficiency, they ranked 23rd in the NFL, 42% efficiency rate on third downs. It could be better. That's less than half the time you're facing a third down, you're able to move the chains. That means, you know what that means? That means when you're just starting out a drive, it's less than 50-50 probability that you will get out of a 3-and-out situation defensively, right? So they were always giving up long extended drives last season. It led to extra points, even if it was off the leg of a kicker. The defense needs to find a way to get some stops and improve. If any statistic, this third down efficiency definitely needs to go up. Not so bad, not the worst in red zone efficiency, inside the top 20, but still. Okay, guys, the offense for this unit. Shout out to Owl on the Prowl. Thank you for checking in to the chat. Appreciate you, Owl. Appreciate all of y'all who are here right now. Let's see, did y'all see my Eagles get Alabama alumni John Mechie? I did see that. Burrow's got to have that wow factor again this year. Walter, I don't see any way around it. He will absolutely need that wow factor. What we're going to need more than the wow factor is a good, hot start for the Cincinnati Bengals team. That's why I had originally brought up this schedule, because if they stumble like they have stumbled in previous years out the gate, it's going to be a long season. I think that the Cincinnati Bengals could win all 4 of these matchups. I think the Minnesota Vikings might be the toughest matchup in all of this. The Broncos, I'm not sure if I'll be scared of them by week 4. We'll have to take a look at that. But I think coming right out the gate, Cincinnati Bengals can beat the Browns. I think they can win that one at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one will be a showdown in Minnesota. And then, of course, the Monday Night Football game against the Broncos. I can see it being 4-0. I can see it being 2-2. Or, worst case scenario, they stumble out the gate, 1-3. They got to beat Jacksonville. They got to beat the Browns. First and foremost, they have to beat Cleveland. We'll see what will happen. It'll be interesting. Bengals defense is going to have to show up, says Owl on the Prowl. Well, this is their offense. We'll talk about the offense first, and then we'll take a look at the defense. We still have about 20 minutes. We still got time. We still got about 20 minutes until kickoff, guys. I know I'm talking a mile a minute right now. There's just so much information that I want to get out to you guys heading into this one. Since we haven't covered the Bengals, it also helps me just to keep notes, mental notes on this. We did our fantasy football draft yesterday. I was looking at picking up someone like Chase Brown or Jamar Chase or, I don't know, something about T. Higgins. To me, he's still a wide receiver too. Y'all can call me crazy, but I still think T. Higgins is no way going to end up being a wide receiver one. I could be crazy, but I'm not. So let's talk about the offense. Joe Burrow going to be the starting quarterback for the season. Not in this game, guys. We will likely see Jake Browning, who again last week had 62 passing yards. He did throw an interception, no touchdowns. Or Desmond Ridder, who had a much better outing with 91 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown to no interceptions. And we'll probably see, I don't know, I think that's the real quarterback battle that we got to sift through with these squads right now. Let me drop this down just a hair. There we go. Peyton Thorne would be the last option that we might see today here as well, but he hasn't gotten any preseason snaps, so this could be one of those where we maybe get a chance to see him. All right, guys, Chase Brown behind him. You know him. It's going to be Samaje Perine, so he's been a running back number 2 for this team for a long time, and he went back home after spending a brief moment there with the Denver Broncos. T. Higgins on one side, Jamar Chase on the other, and Andre Iosivas as the wide receiver 3 for this unit. Obviously, not for today. I don't think we're going to see the starters suiting up. Instead, we'll likely get to see some Jermaine Burton, Charles Jones, and Isaiah Williams. I did, however, hear that Noah Fant will be getting some play time today, so Gesicki is number 1 on the depth chart here for this Cincinnati Bengals team. But we will be seeing Noah Fant, who is on the roster. Behind him, Drew Sample and Eric All Jr., all of these 3 guys are pretty solid tight ends, and it's just interesting to see them go after these kinds of tight ends. You know Noah Fant can block there as well. Drew Sample going to be a good blocking tight end. Like all these guys, there's potential for them to score with Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow has just too many weapons to not be able to score right now anyways. Let's see. Left tackle is going to be Orlando Brown. You've got Dylan Fairchild at guard. At center today is going to be, well, maybe not today, but Ted Karras, Lucas Patrick at right guard, and Amarius Mims as your right tackle. That is the offense for the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's go to the defensive side of the football. So the offense we know is great. The defense we have some questions around. Myles Murphy going to be the starting left defensive end for this unit come 2025, the start of the season. At least that's what it says on the depth chart right now. You got TJ Slayton Jr. and BJ Hill on the inside in the trenches here for the Cincinnati Bengals defense. And, of course, Trey Hendrickson, who had, my gosh, he had a hell of a season last season, guys. 17 and a half sacks last year by himself on this team. But still, despite him being a sack machine, his defense could not perform. The rest of the defense could not perform. So let's talk about the rest of the defense. Left, or your weak side linebacker on the depth chart right now is Demetrius Knight. Next to him as your middle linebacker, Logan Wilson, and then you're going to have Oren Burks as your strong side linebacker. Your 2 corners for today, you will have DJ Turner, and you're going to have Cam Taylor-Britt, who I did mention will be playing in this game. Geno Stone on one side at safety and Jordan Battle on the other side as safeties for this team. All right, guys, in the chat, those of you watching right now, Jaden Daniels is ready, says Gwen. I stuttered on the word ready for whatever reason. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think will be the record for the Cincinnati Bengals between weeks 1 and 4? You guys tell me in the chat right now, what do you think will be the record for the Cincinnati Bengals team? What do you think? What up, Matt Farms? How you doing? I'm going to call it now. I'm going to say it's going to be 2-2. I think it'll be a 2-2 kind of breakdown. They'll win the first 2 games. Everyone thinks they're going to get rid of the curse, and then they're going to probably lose a slew of games right there. Must be nice 2020 saying 3-1. Father Time says 1-4. We got Owl on the Prowl saying 2-2. T Fishes saying 2-2. I mean, they've got 3 of these games are away, so they're not even anywhere near home right now. It's going to be a possible slow start. T Fishes says 2-2. Robert says 1-4. One of these is a preseason game, so I mean, with the preseason game excluded, which of these 4, you know? 3-1, they lose to the Vikings, says Matt Farms. I agree, guys. I'm kind of in that ballpark. I mean, the Broncos are good, but I still just feel like the Broncos, if it wasn't for the Kansas City Chiefs giving up in Week 18, we probably would have seen the Cincinnati Bengals in there if that were the case. I guess all questions will be answered come Week 4 Monday Night Football now, won't they? All right, guys, that being said, before I move on to the next team, I did want to mention here really quick, we are still accepting entries for this. We are still accepting entries for this right here. You can win $100 if you guys can guess all of the matchups here correctly. I don't have that posted right now. I should probably post that then if that's the case. It's on my website, footballnationusa.com. Oh, yeah, I have a website. You guys can check it out. You guys can check out the website. Fins up, says Matt Farms. There's that for now, guys. If you guys want to check that out, no big deal. Who dey? Think it's going to beat them Bengals. I don't know. We got that Browns team, man. I tell you what, they could do it. Let's take a look at the away team, or the home team today. So, time to focus on the Washington Commanders. We covered them last week. Let's do it again. Run it back, ladies and gentlemen. Washington Commanders' next game for preseason will be against the Ravens. Baltimore Ravens. Washington will be at home, and then they'll have opening week for them, 12 o'clock slate. This is a divisional matchup. Washington Commanders hosting the New York Giants. That should be a win for Washington. Green Bay Packers feels like kind of a coin toss, especially on a short week. So they've got Sunday, and someone's got to play Thursday Night Football. Guess who? Washington will go up against the Green Bay Packers. That will be live for that one, guys. Thursday Night Football on 9/11. We've got the Raiders and the Washington Commanders. Then after that in Week 3, that is going to be on September 21st, the 21st night of September. And then, of course, another Sunday matchup against the Atlanta Falcons. They're going to be doing a lot of traveling back and forth here. I wonder what that'll look like for their schedule. Okay, guys, this team has some solid talent, and offensively, they were pretty good last year. I actually ended up with Brian Thomas Jr. in my money league. I drafted him, I don't know, somewhere in like the 8th round, maybe. A little later out right there. Flag football is easy, says Naya. Flag football probably hurts a lot less than full contact football, but you got to be fast. Excuse me. Okay, guys, so offensively, this Washington Commanders team was pretty dang good, if I do say so myself. 6th in points per game offensively. Yards per game, they ranked 5th, so top 6 team, top 5 team in this particular category. Top 10 when it came to yards per play, so they put up 5.7 yards per play. Not that big of a difference here between the Bengals and the Commanders. We look at third down efficiency here, guys. They were 6th in the NFL on third downs and 6th in the NFL inside of the red zone. That means they are dangerous in short yardage situations. They can pick up small chunks, and then they end up in a third and manageable, second and short. Like, they're a solid team, guys. I like the Washington Commanders for this one. Best sports channel on the net, says Owl on the Prowl. Let's go, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. Okay, guys, defensive side of the football here. What's up, Mark McKay? I see you. Hello, Angela Conley. Welcome in. Do I watch Star Wars? I mean, I have. I've definitely watched Star Wars for sure. The older Star Wars, not so much the new stuff. I thought Rogue One out of all of those was good enough. The Bears made the Bills look silly. The Bears really did. They put up 500 yards in that game against Buffalo. Like, Ben Johnson is figuring something out with that team. Noah checks into the conversation. I see you out there, Noah. We got Michael Maldonado and Preston Nguyen in the house. Appreciate you guys. What's up, fellas? Welcome in, guys. Thank you for being here. Another day of football. It is preseason, but it is football, right? So, okay, guys, let's break down some stats here. This team coming into 2025 ranked 6th in the NFL. They allowed 24.9 points per game, which was actually not great, but they were scoring so many of them that they ended up with a winning record. We all saw how that went. Now, Jaden Daniels, not on the defensive side, but they did pick up some new defensive names. One of the big ones here being Von Miller of the Buffalo Bills, of the Broncos. A lot of Broncos finding their way over here, huh? Interesting. So, points per game. let's just call it 25 points per game is what they gave up per game. Yards per game allowed 341. That was middle of the table. Yards per play allowed 5.7 yards per play. Again, defensively, they gave up big plays here. Third down efficiency, dead in the middle right there. 16th out of 32 ranked teams. That's smack dab in the middle. They, on third downs, gave up a success rate to opposing teams at 39.1%. Red zone efficiency for this unit, 27th in the NFL in red zone efficiency. They were giving up touchdowns inside of the red zone a lot, guys, a lot. They were bottom 5 in the NFL when they were backed up inside of their own red zone, giving up a success rate to opposing teams at 63, almost 64%. So that means more likely than not, mathematically speaking, more likely than not, when your team is in the red zone against this particular squad, at least for last year, they were going to score. That's just the numbers. I call it like I see it. And again, on the opposite side of that coin, it was almost the same success offensively for this unit. So you got heads or tails. I think you want to see more of this green salad over here than the fiery red doom that's behind my back right now. So red zone efficiency, guys. Great job offensively, terrible job defensively. If they can balance that out and not let this part slide, they should be in good shape again in 2025. Offensively, this is the engine that helped move this team right now. David saying this is the Bengals, says David. We'll see how they do. All right, guys, Jaden Daniels here for the Washington Commanders, going to be your starting quarterback. And last year, he was pretty solid, guys. Honestly, when you look at the numbers, you might think, only 3,500 passing yards? I could have sworn he had more than that. It wasn't the passing yard. He had, like 1,000 rushing yards? Let's get the exact number right here. Jaden Daniels last year, 891 rushing yards. I'll bring up those stats with a quick head-to-head comparison. Brian Robinson Jr. going to be the main running back for this unit in 2025. Tonight, we may not see him or Austin Eckler. We'll likely end up seeing maybe Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, maybe Jeremy McNichols. Let me see who else is out here. There's got to be a fifth option out here. I don't know. They're still chopping it down. So those are the 4 that I see on their ESPN roster depth chart right now that we'll likely see Brian Robinson Jr., Austin Eckler, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, or Jeremy McNichols. We'll see who plays today. We'll see who gets the majority of the carries. Wide receivers, guys. So word on the street, deal hasn't gotten done yet, but it looks like there has been progress here with Terry McLaurin. So Terry McLaurin, needle slowly trending into he will be on this roster come week 1 for the Washington Commanders, but let's keep an eye on that situation. Terry McLaurin still on the team right now. There is no questionable tag for him. Someone double check me on that and just verify. I just heard that McLaurin is on his way to being on the squad. Now we know that Deebo Samuel is out there. Deebo Samuel was once upon a time a huge piece for the San Francisco 49ers. I think he is chasing a ghost or maybe looking to reignite that spirit within him. But Deebo Samuel is the wide receiver 2 on this unit. Could emerge as the wide receiver 1 depending on how Jaden Daniels plays it this year. Now, wide receiver 3 for the squad is going to be Noah Brown. Zach Ertz going to be your main tight end for the season, and the offensive line will consist of Laramie Tunsil, who came over here from the Houston Texans. We've got, looks like Brandon Coleman, Tyler Biadasz is our ex-Dallas Cowboy. Sam Cosmi will be out, is what it says right now on the ESPN depth chart, so it'll probably be Nick Allegretti or Tim McKay. That's going to be at left guard right now. And then, of course, Andrew Wiley, who is the starting offensive tackle for this unit. Lucinda, what is going on? She's saying, hey, Football Nation, Commanders equals worst name ever. I heard someone call them the Commies. Owl says Washington was better as the Boston Braves. Nice. Nice digging there. Okay, guys, here we go. Defense here for Washington. The defense here for Washington. You've got Dorrance Armstrong as your left defensive end. Deron Payne as your left defensive tackle. Javon Kinlaw, a new addition to this unit, will be the right defensive tackle. And then you're going to have Dietrich Wise as your right defensive end. As I mentioned earlier, guys, Von Miller, a new piece bringing in right now, Washington Commanders. Now, he is on the older side of things, I think, which is terrible to say because I really think he's only like 2 years older than me. He's 35. Let me double check this right now. I'll pull that up in here in a second, but it's funny because I've got a question for that later. Anyways, Von Miller going to be on the squad. He is going to be your strong side linebacker. Bobby Wagner and Frankie Luvu. This is probably the most terrifying front seven that I've seen in a while from a team. Dorrance Armstrong, we know what Dorrance Armstrong has been, what he can be. We know Javon Kinlaw is a solid piece. And then this linebacker core, without a doubt, dogs, man, I tell you what. Okay, guys. On the corners, Trey Amos going to be one corner. On the other corner, Marshawn Lattimore. You're going to have Quan Martin as one free safety here, and it looks like Will Harris as your strong safety for this Washington Commanders defense. Really quick, guys, because we're probably not going to get to see it too much today, a quick quarterback comparison between these two. Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels last year, despite the fact that Jaden Daniels and his team made it into the playoffs and did well. Joe Burrow didn't make the playoffs because he had to do all the work himself. 4,900 passing yards, y'all, from Joe Burrow last year. Jaden Daniels, as we saw earlier, or as I mentioned earlier, 3,568. Advantage, Joey B. We look at the rushing yards. Yes, almost 900 rushing yards. Without a doubt, that is solid. But if you add these numbers up, I mean, it's basically a wash right here. Someone math for me. Someone help me with the math right there. Actually, when you add these numbers up, big advantage for Joe Burrow. Big advantage for Joe Burrow, right? Yeah, for sure. Big advantage for Joe Burrow. Because even if we added 1,000 here, that's still less than the total passing yards. So big advantage for Joe Burrow. Total touchdowns, huge advantage for Joe Burrow. 31 total touchdowns to just the 45 here for Joe Burrow. But still, the defense was so solid. Dan Campbell, and it's not even the defense. Honestly, it kind of doesn't even make sense to me. It kind of doesn't even make sense to me when we look at the numbers this closely here. He had 25 passing touchdowns and 6 rushing touchdowns, and this team made it into the playoffs. They still had so much success. Everyone's talking about how amazing Jaden Daniels is, but Joe Burrow is the real flippin' deal, dude. Like, these stats don't lie. I'm taking Joe Burrow over Jaden Daniels all day. Like, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is when you look at it from a statistical standpoint. And, like, that was my first time speaking it out loud, and in my head it was just like, bro, that's a no-brainer. Like, duh. Okay, defensively, a quick head-to-head comparison here. Actually, not the worst, guys. Almost the worst in rushing yards allowed. But passing yards allowed, the Washington Commanders, I don't know if that has to do with game script or what, but this is one of those teams where you have to try – you always want to try to paint yourself the story of why these stats are the way that they are, especially when we look at these defensive comparisons where you've got your rushing yards allowed and your passing yards allowed. Because the Bengals gave up a ton of yards just no matter what all day, every day, right? Rushing yards allowed per game, they were giving up almost 350, and it's really not that much more than was given up by the Washington Commanders. But when we look at how those stats are broken up, I mean, here's the biggest, I think, I don't know. These stats are they are what they are, dude, but I have no idea how to dissect this. Like, it's bizarre to me. It's bizarre. So those are the numbers, guys. Y'all can see them for yourselves here. Let me read them out for those of y'all who don't have visibility of your phone screens right now. Yards allowed per game, 348 for the Bengals, and 341 yards allowed per game for the Washington Commanders. Rushing yards allowed per game, 124 rushing yards allowed per game, 143 rushing yards allowed for the Washington Commanders. That was 31st in the NFL. We look at the passing yards allowed per game. Passing yards allowed per game for the Cincinnati Bengals, 223, ranked 22nd in the NFL. But the Washington Commanders, their secondary, did not give up a lot of passing yards at all. Under 200 there, 197 yards allowed per game. That was top 5 in the NFL. We look at turnovers. The turnovers that were forced by the defenses. The Cincinnati Bengals got the ball back 8 more times than the Washington Commanders did in 2024. 8 more times than the Washington Commanders did in 2024. So the Bengals' turnover rate, at least from getting the football back, total turnovers forced, did a great job defensively at getting the ball back. But on the other side of that, it wasn't by forcing Joe Burrow to give up or forcing other teams to strip sack fumble, they did only get 36 sacks compared to the 43 for the Washington Commanders. So do what you will with that information. Kickoff coming here, guys, in just a minute, just a moment. If we look at the run game comparison, huge advantage for the Washington Commanders. Top 5 team. I would call them the 5th best running game in the NFL in large part, thanks to Jaden Daniels. 149 rushing yards per game on the ground. Meanwhile, the Cincinnati Bengals, only 92 rushing yards allowed per game, or is what they put up offensively per game on the ground. Most of that was Chase Brown. It was not Zach Moss. I had to learn that the hard way. Guys, we're about to get kickoff here in just a moment. Let's see how long it's going to be before we get our opening kickoff. It should be happening right here, right now, but we might have a minute or two delay because, hey, it's Monday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday Night Football. Really quick right here. The worst team in the NFL for running yards or rushing yard percentage, not rushing yards, pretty bad, though, 30th in the NFL in rushing yards per game. But rushing yard percentage, they were dead last. Meanwhile, the Washington Commanders, a different story entirely. Yards per attempt, they were top 6, which it doesn't seem like it's that big of a difference. But it seems to have been that big of a difference. Wide receiver comparison there as well, guys. One final graphic here for you guys before we get this thing kicked off right here. Wide receiver comparison. There was no team better in football at receiving yards per game, in receptions per game, or receiving touchdowns per game. The Cincinnati Bengals was second to none. Jamar Chase, the number 1 wide receiver, wearing number 1 on the number 1 offense passing-wise. Again, bar none, this Cincinnati Bengals passing game is insanity. On the other side, respectable here. You got to give it credit. And if you sleep on this offense, Jaden Daniels can still put up some yardage, and if he can't hurt you, if he doesn't hurt you with his arms, he'll hurt you with his legs. He'll still be able to put up some damage, and I think in year 2, it should get better for this squad. So Joe Buck and Troy Aikman going to be your commentators on the big screen. I will be your commentator on here on YouTube. My name is Mario Manuel. You're watching Football Nation. Let's effing go. Okay, guys, let's get all of my screens and things put where they got to go. Let's put all my screens and things where they need to be. Okay. I think we're square here. We're going to be square there. Cool. Okay, guys. So we're going to get our stats over here on the right-hand side for y'all. Make sure I've got all the extra tabs that I don't need closed down right now. Going to have all the extra stats and data over here on the right-hand side for you guys. Below me, you will see a drive chart. I will get this squared away so you guys can see where the football is at all times throughout this football game. I will have the scoreboard above my head. Please let me know if I have screwed up in some way. I do end up moving this needle right here. You can see it bouncing back and forth on my own. Sometimes I forget to change possession. I will glance over to the chat from time to time, and you guys can help me out with that. Of course, my quarters and all of my stuff, just got to make sure it's all set for sure. Okay, guys, this is still a new scoreboard for us. I've got one more week of preseason to get myself in the zone with this scoreboard. I think I'll be able to figure it out. I think we should be good. But I should be able to give you guys everything that you need in order to visualize this game without even needing to see it. I'm trying to paint a verbal picture for you. I believe I have the descriptive powers necessary to do that, to convey such play calling. And I think you guys will enjoy it while it lasts. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome, welcome one and all. My name is Mario Manuel. You guys can call me Mario. Cheers to you guys. Yeah, I'm just that guy in a tie, bro. I'm just some guy in a tie who likes to watch football and is very stoked to be here with you guys. UAX. Oh, you asked for it. Thanks for correcting me that last time. You asked for it. Says Jaden Daniels' first season looks better than Burrow's last. Maybe from the position of scoring-wise, or maybe from the position, I have to totally disagree with that, especially when we look at that head-to-head comparison. This is why we got them. Because when you look at it, you asked for it, there are the numbers right there, and the numbers do not lie. Yes, Joe Burrow and his team lost more than the Washington Commanders. Yes, they didn't make it to the playoffs. They were on the outside looking in. But in their defense, they did have a much tougher division and a much tougher conference, one could argue, than the NFC. And I hate to say it, but, guys, the AFC is not really the NFC. There are teams in the AFC I would take over the NFC teams quite a bit. However, the NFC North is a very dangerous unit, but pound for pound, head for head, I still would take AFC teams over NFC teams for the most part. Come on, man. No way, says you asked for it. So this game is on ESPN, guys. If you got access to ESPN, that's what channel this game is on. All the information for the game is in the description of my video down below, and make sure that you guys have access to all of that. While you're chilling, listening to Mario run through the stats for the players before the game starts, smash that like, says Brandy. Game should be starting any moment here. Game was scheduled for 7 p.m. I still don't have a kickoff right now. No kickoff just yet, guys, but we'll get that data here for sure. Kivo with the tear. Kivo with the teardrop right now. Hey, man. Kivo, if this is your first time checking out this channel, bro, stick around. You're welcome to go check out the rest of the YouTube landscape, man. I encourage you to do so. We like to have fun on this channel. I like to read chats with you guys. UAX saying that he got something that popped up for him. Hey, it happens from time to time. It happens from time to time. That's how we as content creators are able to keep this stuff accessible for everyone. That's how we're able to make it free. Hail the skins, says Mad Steve. What's up, Mad Steve? How you doing, my friend? Good to have you in here, Steve. Let's go. Waiting for the opening kickoff, guys. If we look at how these two teams performed in preseason, the Cincinnati Bengals lost their preseason opener. Colonel, stick around, my friend. I just explained everything here, and there's nothing more. There's nothing better than some good curiosity here, though. Little curiosity soup. Owl on the prowl says nothing is worse than chat sports. Why is that? We have to punt our announcement. Mad Steve is here. Punt. Time to punt. No, I have a son, Shania. I got a new son. The Roskins and the Rockins. Rockin' and rolling. Oh, man, I can't even read your comments right now, Mad Steve. Rockin' and rolling, ladies and gentlemen. So I am ready to rock and roll. I'm wondering what the holdup is here on this game. This game was scheduled to start 7 minutes ago, according to my notes. This game was scheduled to start 7 minutes ago, and there has not been any kickoff or any play just yet. This is all updating automatically on the CBS and ESPN Sports apps right now. So we should be getting the information here. Looks like Trey Hendrickson not going to be playing. There's no surprise there, as he shouldn't be playing. CS doesn't do push-ups. Mohican Machine. What's up, Mohican Machine? Appreciate you, my friend. Fist bumps to you. First namer saying I'm hanging with the Bengals. Okay, I see you out there. I always wonder why they call it the king of the jungle. They say that the lion is the king of the jungle. I feel like you find tigers in jungles and, like, lions on the plains or at Pride Rock or something like that. I feel like the tigers would make more sense to be the king of the jungle, but I don't know. Anyways, Cincinnati Bengals are favorites in this game, guys. Cincinnati Bengals are the favorites in this game. While they're stalling for time, I will do the same, guys. We are still looking. Let's take a look at the Washington Commanders here. Washington Commanders, first 4 games, guys. It's going to be quick. They've got week 1 on that Sunday, and they turn around quickly for a 4-day gap between week 1 and week 2, and week 2 is going to be against an NFC North team in the Green Bay Packers. Then you've got the Raiders, the new and improved Raiders. A lot of newness with this Raiders unit. Man, ESPN is really stretching this thing out right now. Watching from the jungle, says Owl on the Prowl. ESPN is really stretching out the start time for this one. We're going to start at, what, 7:15? It was scheduled to start for 7 p.m. That's okay. That's okay. That is totally groovy. Okay, guys. Well, since that's the case, let's do one quick final call here, guys. Owl saying ESPN is terrible. Those of you who are watching this live stream right now, let's see. Who is the most improved team in your opinion? I'm going to read your comments right now. Perfect time for us to connect before this game gets started. This game should have been started, but it's not started yet. T-Mac checks into the conversation. Disney is no bueno, says Preston. Colonel CW Mario gives the best play-by-play narration with some awesome halftime quizzes. Thank you for checking in, T. Appreciate you, my friend. Disney, no bueno. First timer saying Bengals. Now, you think the Bengals are the most improved team? I'll tell you guys who I think are the most improved teams, and this, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But I think the New England Patriots, for sure, without a doubt, I'm with you there, Al on the prowl. Sweating Bullets also agrees. New England Patriots, they spent $250 million on their team. $250 million on their team. Personnel, players only this offseason. So, yes. Okay, Mark McKay, good one there. It could definitely be the Chicago Bears. Mark McKay, the Chicago Bears also improved this offensive line a hell of a lot. They picked up Luther Burden in the draft. They picked up some other players defensively here as well. The Chicago Bears have done fantastic this offseason and likely to be one of the most improved teams in the NFL in 2025. I 100% agree with that one, Mark McKay. Looks like the players are lined up for kickoff right here, guys. Looks like the players are lined up for kickoff right now. I see Brandy has been a championship member for 9 months, and it's been a great effing time. Let's go. Appreciate you, Brandy. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for tonight's kickoff. We have the Washington Commanders lined up to send this over to Cincinnati. This game is just about to get started here. There is the opening kick from Mr. Matt Gay, and we get this game on. The 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40 before being brought down right there. And the Cincinnati Bengals will open up this game with a kickoff return. Probably there could have been Jamoy Myers. Let's take a quick look at the numbers here. Looks like it was to Jones. So Jones got the kick return here. Charlie Jones, their actual kick returner. So I guess that makes sense. All right, guys, let's get this open, and we are going to have Joe Burrow out there as the starting quarterback for this game, guys. Burrow in shotgun formation here. He takes the snap. He hands that off. Chase Brown straight up the middle. Looks like didn't even want to get around anybody. Gets up to the 2-yard line. Picks up 2 yards. Susan, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. That is one great way to help support this channel. That is a great way to help support this channel. All right, guys, the first play is in the books. Opening play for the Cincinnati Bengals was a 3-yard run right here. It does bring up a 2nd down, so let's get our scoreboard set up. I got to pull up my scoreboard. We got a 2nd down and 7 with 14 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Motion on the field. Well, here's the snap. Burrow drops back, looks left, throws left. Catch is made, and this time out of the backfield, Chase Brown will pick up 2 more. It'll bring up a 3rd down after a gain of 4. So let's pull up my scoreboard. Come on, Mario. Where's this thing at? There we go. 2nd down, let's start the clock, take some time off of this thing actually, and add some back. Okay, so a 3rd down coming up right now. We got a 3rd down and 3 after another medium-sized pickup there from Chase Brown, 4 yards on the top of the screen. A shotgun formation, and Samaje Perine is as the 3rd down back. Samaje Perine in as the 3rd down back, and a shotgun standing to the right of Joe Burrow. From the 49-yard line, Burrow takes the snap, drops back, looks left, throws left. Catch is made. This should be enough for a 1st down. 3rd down and 3. Looks like the catch was made on the left-hand side. Number 87, Tanner Hudson, gets the catch there. Okay, let's take a quick look. I think that should be enough, but let's see where they mark this one. Taking a look over here. Okay. Well, Hudson gets the catch right there. And we've got 13:38 left to go. Looks like that pass was actually incomplete. Looks like a piece of that hit the ground. So it's actually going to bring up a 4th down. That will actually stop the clock with 13:38. So what looked like what would have been a 1st down after the 2nd review there, the football touches the ground. It is not going to be ruled a catch. A 4th down and 3, and the Cincinnati Bengals are lined up to go for it on 4th down and 3 from their own 49. Empty backfield here. 5 wide in the Cincinnati Bengals. Make sure I move that over just a bit. Hey-o. My camera turned off, so now I'm going to have to fix that. Great. Camera reset. 4th and 3. 4th and 3, shotgun formation, waiting for the snap right now. Washington Commanders on defense. They're showing blitz. Play clock down to 5. I think they might try to get them to bite. Maybe not. They do get them to bite. The flags come in, and this should be a first down here for the Washington Commanders. Frankie Louvu jumping the gun a little bit early right there. Let's figure out what happened here with my camera. Frankie Louvu. Wow, they are going to pick up a first down with that, guys. That is going to be a flag on the play. A 4th down and 3. The flag comes in, neutral zone infraction against the Washington Commanders, and that's going to be a first down for the Cincinnati Bengals. The 5-yard penalty is enough to move the sticks. 1st and 10 from the Washington 46. Move the sticks, Washington 46. Here we go. All right, guys, we've got an I formation. 2 running backs lined up behind Joe Burrow. He takes the snap and hands this one off to Chase Brown, bouncing off a defender, taking the football down, rumbling his way forward to about the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 6, 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and 4 coming up here. Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow have possession right now. 13 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Let's start the clock. Those of you who are new to the channel, I'm going to read some chats during the commercial breaks. Right now, we're going to be calling the plays, guys. The score is 0-0. Cincinnati Bengals with the football in the shotgun. Waiting for the snap right here. We got a man in motion. Looks like T. Higgins is running from one side to the other. It won't go to the motion man. The catch was made by Jamar Chase down at about the 30-yard line. This should be good enough for a first down. It was a 2nd down and 4. Good enough for a first down. Caught by Jamar Chase. First down, Cincinnati. And so the Cincinnati Bengals will move the sticks yet again. It'll be a 1st and 10, this time from the Washington 30-yard line. You can see the graphics down below slowly updating there. Okay, guys. Good play made right there. It took 2 guys to bring down Chase. We're at the 12.5-minute mark, and Joe Burrow is going to finish this opening drive. From the 30, shotgun formation, dropping back. Burrow against the blitz will wind up and throw this one to Chase. A one-on-one goes up for it. Chase looking for a flag, not going to get it. Yes, he is. There is a flag on the play. Let's stop the clock here. The pass was incomplete. They're going to call this one DPI, guys. It's going to be against the Washington Commanders for defensive pass interference. Let's watch it again. Chase, a one-on-one situation. You know he's got to be able to get that one. Oh, he's pulling on that jersey pretty good for sure, though. Chase definitely should have been able to. Okay, good call by the officials. I like that. Better than not the right call, but this does make it 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. This is Chase Brown territory. We got a 1st and goal from inside the 5 here, ladies and gentlemen. Sending around some eye candy. Burrow is going to throw instead of hand it off. He tosses this one to the end zone. This one is incomplete. Hudson, the intended receiver, pass incomplete, stops the clock. 2nd down. 12:24 becomes 12:14 left to go. 2nd and goal. Cincinnati Bengals knocking on the door of the Washington Commanders with 12 minutes and 14 seconds left on the clock here in the 1st quarter. That pass was passed to Hudson. Good defense right there. Harris broke that up. Way to get a hand in on that one. Great defense there by Harris defensively for the Washington Commanders. 2nd and goal. Play clock down to 10. I've got trips left at the top of my screen here. Whistles coming in. And it looks like the first timeout of the game will be for the Washington Commanders. They will call the first timeout here. Looks like they either had too many men on or they wanted to talk about something. I wasn't counting to 11 on that one, so, you know, it is what it is. Commanders backed up inside their own red zone. We've seen the stats. We saw them earlier. They are 26th, 27th in the NFL when they are backed inside their own red zone, giving up a success rate to opposing teams at a 63% success rate. So all the signs are pointing towards the Cincinnati Bengals getting a touchdown here. Vamos a ver. Play clock down to 15, guys. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers left and 1 on the right. 2nd and goal. Chase Brown gets the carry up the middle. Gets down to about the 2-yard line. It brings up a 3rd down and goal, and the clock will be ticking here. So a 3rd down and goal. The Washington Commanders got to stop. They're going to need to get 2 more because they're going to go for it on 4th down if they're down here with an and goal situation just 2 yards out. Hitting the 12-minute mark, y'all. Bengals still with the football on a long, sustained drive. 7 plays, good for 56 yards. Here we go. From the 2-yard line, a single back formation. Should be Chase Brown. Motion on the field. Here's the snap. Little play action here. Going to toss, and this one's going to be caught, but not good enough. A gain of 1 to Drew Sample. It brings up a 4th down and goal. Huge stop there defensively for the Washington Commanders. That is very tough goal line defense. Looks like Quan Martin was there sniffing out the tight end on that play. So it was a simple drag route on this one. They're showing the replay. They tried to disguise it. Burrow definitely looking one way. The drag was looking actually successful, but he caught it on the 1-yard line and could not punch it in. So here comes a big 4th down opportunity for the Washington Commanders to get a stop. Trips to the right. Joe Burrow takes the snap. They hand it off to Chase Brown. He punches it. Does he get in? They're going to call it. They say it's good. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He gets stopped on the goal line, but he gets just enough to pick up the 6 points there. Touchdown for the Bengals. Chase Brown, a 1-yard touchdown run. Now remember, all scoring plays will be reviewed. Let's watch it one more time. Punching this one in. Chase Brown. Ooh, this could be a challengeable one. Oh, no. There's the break. That's clear touchdown without a doubt. He's crossing that line come hell or high water. And a very long drive here. 9 plays, good for 58 yards. It took 4 minutes and 12 seconds off the clock right there. Here comes the extra point attempt for the Cincinnati Bengals. And what a drive, man. What a drive. Okay, guys, let's read some of the chats. The extra point attempt, the snap, the hold, the kick. The kick is up. The extra point attempt is good. And this means we go to a quick commercial break, which means I get to chat with you guys. Okay, let's stop the clock. It's 10:48 left to go. And it looks like, let's reset this. Let's reset that. Possession will go to Washington. Here we go. All right, we got CC in the house. What up, CC? Welcome back. Living Like Larry is in the house. High five to Larry. High fives to Sooner. What's up, Sooner? Shout out to, we still got Nio hanging out with us. Matt Farms dropping the roll tide, saying fins up. Looks like Alec M and Peter Hahn are in the house. What is up, Peter Hahn? Appreciate you, my friend. Look at you beautiful folks out here hanging out with us. We got Devion Barberry saying, where Brooke? He not in. No, Brooke. Did not see Brooke out there. CMC later saying, what's up, Football Nation gang? Appreciate you. Peter Hahn saying, Mario knows his codes. How's everybody doing? We're doing very, very well. We're doing very, very well. What's up, Jacob King? We got Manuel Torres out there in the chat as well. I see you guys. All these names. Martin, thanks for checking back in. Uptown Dre saying salute. Salute. Uptown Dre saying, yo, my brethren, play hard, safe, and smart. Let's go Redskins. I see you out there, Uptown. God Thrasher, thanks for checking in. Jeff Metterling, what's going on? Edgar saying, hopefully the defense don't self-destruct. You're talking about the Bengals defense? Because that is a high probability, man. That could happen. Let's talk about it, Edgar, since you brought it up, my friend. Since you brought it up, this Bengals defense was not great last season. They were 25th in points per game and 25th in yards per game allowed. Points per game allowed, yards per game allowed, ranking 25th in the NFL. We are in the middle of a commercial break after the Cincinnati Bengals did just score. Their offense went out and did what their offense does. They score points. They score a lot of points. And so they went out and did that. It was the starting unit today here for both teams. Let's see if the Washington Commanders will get their starters out there for this one. Now, when we look at the Washington Commanders, their defense did what their defense does, and that's give up points. They gave up 63% of the red zone opportunities last season. They were looking to try to break that this year. Not off to a great start, but they are going up against one of the best defense or one of the best offenses in all of football. Now, the offense here, also an absolute engine, an absolute machine. So I think Washington should be able to score on this drive, guys. Here we go. Kickoff. Get rid of that. Emmy, I see you. Emmy Soleta saying, hello, Super Mario from the Philippines. Appreciate you. Slump Goon is in the house. 24/7 live Arizona skies. We've got our kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. From the goal line, the 10, the 20, the 25 goes down to about the 25-yard line. It is Cincinnati Bengals on defense, and the Washington Commanders have the football. 10 minutes and 42 seconds left to go. Jaden Daniels is taking the field. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Jaden Daniels did have a very good rookie year, although it was not numerically or statistically as good as Joe Burrow's. He had a lot more success, arguably, here. 3,500 passing yards to start to finish the year in 2024. Here he is lined up. Looks like under center for the opening drive of the Washington Commanders. From the 26-yard line, here we go, 1st and 10. Daniels under center, sends a man in motion. Here's an end around for Debo. Debo gets around the corner. He picks up 10 and then some. Chased down from behind, but not before he picks up 20. 20 yards there. Opening play. 1st down, Washington Commanders. The Commanders pick up a 1st down right there and get this clock ticking. 10 minutes and 27 seconds left to go here in the first, but that's the way to start. So that moves you from the 26-yard line after a 19-yard pickup for Debo Samuel out to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 45. Shock pistol formation. Here's the snap. Brian Robinson Jr. breaks through. Is that Austin Eckler? No, that's Brian Robinson Jr., and this man is gone. I like to see that. Oh, he just ran for it right there. Brian Robinson Jr. Excuse me, I was incorrect again. Looks like that one was Rodriguez. How do I not know these jersey numbers right now? Looks like Rodriguez picked up 40 yards on the run right there. And the Cincinnati Bengals defense not looking great. Another 1st down picked up right there. Rodriguez with a big 40-yard run right there, y'all. And Rodriguez is in the backfield again. They like that play so much, they're going to run it back. This time, it was sniffed out there by the Cincinnati Bengals defense. This will be a stop on 1st down, a gain of just 1, 2nd down and 9. 2nd down and 9. Rodriguez not going very far on that pickup. Okay, let's pull something up here. Let's see what I can pull up on Rodriguez. He seems to have piqued my curiosity. He's not even on the depth chart right now. This might be his final chance to make it on the team. 2nd down and 9. This time inside the red zone. Jaden Daniels in the pocket will scramble. Looking shifty here. Daniels on the run. Daniels goes all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Jaden Daniels. That's a rushing touchdown right there. And Daniels with a nice little move, swimming and swerving through the defense there. 6 points for the Washington Commanders. We got ourselves a game. It is 6-all. There are no flags on that run. Jaden Daniels went for it. He got it. Touchdown, Washington Commanders. Okay, that drive, only 4 plays, but it went 74 yards and only took 1 minute and 51 seconds. I was getting ready to turn on my red zone music. No need. There you go. Hazer, what's going on? Country Kisses, welcome. RS, I see you out there. The extra point attempt is up, and it's good, guys. We go back to another commercial break. If you are new to this channel, welcome. For those of you who are not new, welcome back. Happy preseason. It's almost over, guys. We're about to get some real football here, and we're about to get it real soon. I think we got, what, 17 days? Something like that until September 4th? Counting him down, dude. We're counting him down. By the way, next week, if I'm not mistaken, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday football, and then we're off until till that Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Looked like 04 Michael Vick, says McDaddy. Mac Daddy. What up, Mac Daddy? Thanks for checking in. Wade Tuckness, welcome from Mexico. I see you out there. Shout out to y'all. David Bacco saying happy to be back. William checks into the conversation here. He's saying that the Philadelphia Eagles, sorority Super Bowl 60 champions. Okay? Sorority Super Bowl. I would think that's more Chicago Bears style, but what's up, Tennessee Tactical? I see you out there saying, what's up, man? You're solid. Always appreciate that, bro. Solid on the color as always. Cheers to you, my friend. All right, y'all. Anybody who's new watching this live stream, just stick around for a little bit, y'all. Don't be shy. Come out of the woodwork. We've got a really good community. If y'all want to chat with everyone else in the chat, drop a hot take, man. Drop an opinion. You guys keep the conversation flowing. You guys can do it amongst yourselves because obviously when I'm calling the plays, you can see how fast I'm spitting out information and changing things around here. 2nd down and 9 was the last play that led to a scoring touchdown. Let's reset all of this and move this back over to the Cincinnati Bengals. Jody McGee, thanks for checking in. Larry, I see you out there. Larry Florenza, thanks for checking in, man. We got Jody McGee saying, Bears fan here, just wanted to hear some more football. What's up, Jody? Thanks for checking in. Sorry for cracking a joke at your Bears' expense. It's just sometimes it's automatic here. I don't know, man. My man, says Larry. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for checking in. Okay. All right, Sean, let's take a quick look here. So, opening week, guys. Chicago Bears are going to have a difficult opening week, that's for sure. Opening week, the Chicago Bears are going to go up against the Minnesota Vikings. And the Minnesota Vikings, that will be Monday Night Football, just so you guys know. Monday Night Football, Minnesota Vikings, that's week 1. I don't know. That's a tough matchup, man. Just saying, that's a tough matchup. We're going to ask a good question here during the next commercial break. It is 7:30 p.m. right now here in San Antonio, Texas, guys. We still have about 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Let's get this one underway. Here's the kickoff back to the Cincinnati Bengals, the 20, shy of the 25-yard line. A solid kickoff there, a bad return. Samaje Perine not getting too much yardage there. So this will bring up a 1st and 10 from the Cincinnati Bengals 23-yard line. First down, Cincinnati. Magnifico saying, poppin', dog. What's poppin'? What's poppin', slime? Nothing 5. If they trip him in 5, I ain't got time to shuck and jive. Oh, man. Anyways, look at me now. Oh, I'm getting paper. All right, guys, here we go. So we've got, looks like a very interesting formation. There's the man in motion right here. It looked like it was actually a trap play designed for the running back. A gain of about 3 yards. Rodriguez will pick up just 3 on this one. It brings up a 2nd down and 7. All right, guys. We are back from the commercial break, and we do have football on the screen once again. When this happens, I will always focus on the games first. The play calling comes first. Commercial breaks, I'll get a chance to read y'all's comments out loud, but you guys can keep that chat area hot. Keep it nice and warmed up for anybody else who's checking into the conversation. They feel encouraged to participate with us. All right, guys, the clock is ticking right now. We've got 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here, and Joe Burrow is directing traffic right now. Noah Fant is lined up to block for him here. Here's the snap, and Fant throws up a block. The catch is made downfield. A flag does come in. It's going to be good enough for a 1st down, but let's find out what this flag is. 1st down for the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's find out what this flag is. Offsides on the offense, guys. Offsides on the offense. Yikes. Well, that'll hurt just a little bit here, but it'll be a repeat of downs. Let's stop the clock with 8:05 left to go. Turn off the flags. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 12 after the 5-yard penalty. 2nd down and 7 becomes 2nd down and 12. The clock is ticking once again. The official just punched this one in. So with 8 minutes left to go, shotgun formation from the 21-yard line. Cincinnati Bengals looking to get to midfield here. Burrow taking the snap, dropping back with plenty of time, will wind up and throw a beautiful little screenplay there. He checked it down. It was intended for Brooks. Brooks tries to bring it in with one hand, could not quite get it. That pass, ultimately, long walk for a short drink of water, was incomplete. This will bring up a 3rd down and 12 here. So Brooks was the intended receiver. I don't even think that was intended to be a screenplay of any kind. It just looked like an outlet. That was just the last-minute option here. And we've got an empty backfield now. All right, guys. Looks like Joe Burrow on 3rd down and 12 from his own 21-yard line will take the snap. He will step up through the pocket. He will pump fake. He's still running right now, looking for a blocker. He's in trouble. He goes backwards. He goes down. And boy, did the choice and decision to run backwards there not work out in his favor, as he is dropped for a loss of 17 yards. You heard that correctly. It is now a 4th down and 29 after all of that scrambling here from Joe Burrow. He a little pump fake, decided he didn't like it, decided to run backwards. He's then at the 10, back at the 5, realized, oh man, I'm in between I'm right here. I don't have room. Had to go down. Here we go. Punt team backed inside their own end zone right now. From the 3-yard line, the 4-yard line, here's the boot on 4th and 29. And this will go to the 45 on the opposite side of midfield and brought back to about the 45 here in Bengals territory. So after the punt, a quick 3-and-out for the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Washington Commanders get the football back. Let's stop the clock with about 6 and some change left here. We'll get this corrected in a moment. Looks like 6:54 left to go. We just do it this way. Looks like 6:54 left to go, guys. And the Washington Commanders get the football back. Let's reset this. It'll be a 1st and 10 now coming up from the Cincinnati 44. We will be in Bengals territory. It's going to update down below. All right, reading some comments. What is up, Solar Facts? Thank you for checking into the chat right now. Let's read his comment. First one I saw when I jumped in right now. So, Solar Facts in the comment area right now says, I'd rather have Jaden Daniels over Joe Burrow. Everyone uses the defense as an excuse on why they haven't made the playoffs in 2 or 3 years. Mahomes did it. He has 2 of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Bum. Thanks for the punctuation. It definitely helps me read those comments out loud. Solar Facts, though. I've got some Solar Facts for you. I've been bringing this one up quite a bit today here because I've been hearing a lot of that. But when we look at the stats, statistically speaking, and I don't know if you want to say that the same thing is true for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, who we have a solid quarterback who does great for fantasy football purposes but can't take the team. I don't even want to hear that because guess what? This man did go to a Super Bowl. He just happened to lose to Matthew Stafford, bro. He just happened to lose to Matthew Stafford. So, passing yards last season, almost 5,000 and 200 rushing yards. You add all of this right here, and you're still not even at 4,500 yards for Jaden Daniels total. So I'm going to take Joe Burrow. I'm going to take Joe Burrow because he had an extra 600 all-purpose yards plus an additional 14 touchdowns to the same interception ratio compared to Jaden Daniels. I mean, you look at the passer rating. You look at the sacks taken, although it's basically the same, one slight tick up right there. Just going to throw it out there. What is up, Adiz? I see Adiz out there. Who else is out here? Bengals are headhunting. Let's do a quick comparison of these two teams. We did this earlier. Let's do it again for the defense while we're in this commercial break, guys. Dak just needs time to develop, is what Wade Tuckness said. Solar Facts saying he was behind. That's why. Jaden Daniels running to the locker room. Mark McKay saying, nice stat comparison. We got him for everything. We'll bring it up later. But right now, it looks like the Washington Commanders are out there on offense. This is the defense you can expect for this drive right now for the Cincinnati Bengals defense. Washington Commanders out there right now, and we do have a new quarterback that's in. We got a new quarterback in right now for Washington. Waiting for the snap in the pistol. Here's the snap. There's the handoff, right-hand side. Looks like a gain of about 5 or 6. This will bring up a 2nd down and start the clock. So your next quarterback in right now, I think that's Josh Johnson. Should be Josh Johnson. Let's double check right now. They're showing a couple of replays from earlier with Jaden Daniels. I know that's not the right number here. Okay. So, again, guys, commercial break is over, so this means we go into play calling mode. A look to the right, a throw to the right. The catch was made inside the 30. It looks like that's good enough for a 1st down right there. And that's going to be a 1st down here for the Washington Commanders. 1st down. Okay, y'all. A throw out there to the right-hand side, and that was good for a 1st. It was Josh Johnson. And Josh Johnson connected with Lane there for 12 yards. Let's reset 1st and 10. 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line, down at the 27, inside of Cincinnati Bengals territory. Here's the snap. The handoff to the running back, and he breaks through. The 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Washington. The Washington Commanders will score 6 more points right now. This time it is Ja'Cory Croskett-Merritt. Ja'Cory Croskett-Merritt. Can't read the name out right now. Guys, a touchdown today. In the last preseason game, he had 7 carries for 24 yards. Today, he gets a touchdown. Today, he gets himself a touchdown. Jeremy McNichols is actually behind him on the depth chart. Jeremy McNichols on the cusp of being cut. Let's stop the clock here with 5:36 left to go. Here's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the score is now 14-7. And this Bengals defense, it's not looking great for this Bengals defense right now. And the Commanders did that with their backup everything. The Commanders did that with their backup everything. Okay. We have the Commanders. Man, that was quick. Okay, so back-to-back. Okay, wow, that's crazy. This drive was 3 plays and 44 yards. What was that, another minute or two? Less than a minute. Same thing was true for their last drive. Guys, they've had – let's take a look at this. Team stats. The Cincinnati Bengals have had the football for 6.5 minutes, and they have 7 points. The Washington Commanders have had the football for 3 minutes of this game. Just 3 minutes of this game, and they've already scored twice. That is just facts right now. That is just facts right now. Time of possession, 6 minutes and 24 seconds for the Cincinnati Bengals. 3 minutes even for the Washington Commanders, yet the Washington Commanders are up 14-7, and they did that with a backup unit right here, and Joe Burrow has had both opening starts. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see. Mike Huff saying, "Hooday, go Bengals." What up, Mike? How you doing, Mr. Huff? We got John Uvegas. Washington looks good. They sure do. They did not, though, last week because, remember, the the New England Patriots beat the brakes off the Washington Commanders in preseason week 1. And I know it's preseason, but my gosh, did Mike Vrabel's team look very, very solid. Shout out to Venom 74799. I see you out there, Venom. We got Jacoby King saying, "LOL, easy money on my bets, baby." What's up, Jacoby King? High fives to you guys. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys. So we've got the question up right here. Jeremy Webb, I see you out there as well. What's up, Jeremy? Good to have you in here, bro. Cheers to Jeremy. Cincinnati will go 8-9 and miss the playoffs again, says Solar Facts. Solar Facts saying Burrow won't have the same season he had last year. And we all see that Burrow can't overcome the defensive play if the defense plays bad. Excuse me. He says that we can all see that Joe Burrow cannot overcome if the defense plays poorly. If he were that good, he would win. Okay. Shots fired, but I respect you and your freedom of speech there, my friend. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, waiting for kickoff here. There's the opening kick. This one goes back, and it will be returned from the 10-yard line, the 20, the 25, the 30. Shh, gonna be dropped right there at the 30. Just shh, lay down, lay down, lay down. They were showing that replay right there of the touchdown. It was a big touchdown, but we've got to return out to the 30-yard line. The Cincinnati Bengals now have the football. Will they be able to score on this drive? Let's go ahead and end this poll and ask the question. All right, guys, will the Bengals score on this drive? Start the Q&A. Let's start the poll. Will the Bengals score a touchdown on this drive? Yes or no? Here we go, guys. 1st and 10 from the 30. Here's the snap and a handoff to the back. Cutting back here, the smart choice as he picks up 6 yards. Looks like Brooks will get around the left guard to the Cincinnati 36 from the 30. 2nd down and 4 coming up after that pickup. So a 2nd down and 4 coming up after the gain right there by Brooks. Field goal, says Solar Facts. Brandy saying smash that like. Thanks, Brandy. Jody saying, which team am I rooting for? Neither of the two. I'm all about just getting you guys the facts and the data right here. If I sound biased in one way or another, it's just because that team is performing better. Here we go, guys. 4 minutes and 52 seconds left to go here. Here's the snap out of the shotgun. Burrow looks right, throws right. The catch is made. Scrambling, going down, losing a couple of yards. Brooks goes backwards on 2nd down for a loss of 2. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. The clock stays hot. So a 3rd down and 6. They're going to call it a 3rd down and 5. Preston saying, yes, score. I took over 43. The score is 14-7, y'all. I'm a little bit behind here. Let's go ahead and speed up my clock to get it to where it needs to be. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. 4:20, you know what that means. Joe Burrow in the shotgun right now. Joe Burrow in the shotgun. You got Samaje Perine standing to his left. You got two receivers left, two receivers right. Strong side on the left side. Perine on the flat. The catch is made up the middle, though. It's shy of the 50-yard line, but it's good for a first down. First down, Cincinnati Bengals. Big play right there. Looks like Andre Iosivas will pick up the first down. A gain of 14 yards will reset this set of downs here. That was just an in route. That was a beautiful dig. I mean, doesn't get much better than that. Andre Iosivas, 6'3", 210 pounds. Guys, he was drafted back in the 6th round of the 2023 draft with the 206th pick overall, and there he is right now, picking up a big first down. There is a flag on the play on this new first down, 1st and 10. It's a handoff to the running back. Appreciate you, send it. Thanks for checking in, homie. He says, how about them Seahawks in that running game? Bring back the fullback. All right, guys, this will be a penalty here. It's going to be a holding. There's a flag on the play. This 1st and 10 will be a holding on the offense here for the Cincinnati Bengals. So back it up. This will bring up a 2nd down and 20 for Cincinnati. 2nd down and 20 coming up, repeat first down. 1st down and 20 coming up for Cincinnati. And this backs them up to the 39-yard line. They are shy of midfield from their own 39. Burrow takes the snap. On 1st and 20, he winds up and throws a very closely contested throw to Jones on the left side there. That pass incomplete. It stops the clock with 3:10. Stops the clock with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. 2nd down and 20. I don't like that throw from Joe Burrow. It looked honestly scary, bro. That's not what you want to see. And I got 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. My clock hasn't restarted here for whatever reason. There we go. 2nd down and 20, shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Burrow drops back, a 3-man rush. He gets tagged, and he stays on his feet, though. He gets brought down from behind. He fumbles the football. There's a flag on the play. It is going to be recovered here by the Cincinnati Bengals. Is Joe Burrow down? Is Joe Burrow hurt? Is someone hurt on this one? No, Burrow's up. But you don't want to see that happen. This might be roughing the passer, maybe? I don't know. I wonder what the flag is for here. This could be a hold. I mean, did they blow the whistle to say, oh, maybe I saw Brown Jr. try to pull. They're going to call that grounding? Okay, so all they care, yeah, they're saying that all they care about is that Joe Burrow didn't get hurt. There was a huge flag on the play, guys. Let's find out what this call was right here. Joe Burrow was sacked. Looked like he fumbled, recovered, but the penalty on here was a horse collar. It's a 15-yard penalty for the Cincinnati Bengals against – it was a horse collar against the Washington Commanders, so the horse collar is an automatic first down here. So instead of a sack fumble recovered by Washington, the horse collar makes it a 1st and 10 for Joe Burrow and company. And on 1st and 10, Joe Burrow is running for his life, has to throw that football away. It brings up a 2nd down and 10. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left to go. No flag on that particular play. Okay. So the Washington Commanders hurting themselves, shooting themselves in the foot there. How about those Seattle Seahawks with that win over the Kansas City Chiefs? The Kansas City Chiefs have not shown up. They tried to take a page out of the Seattle Seahawks book, and the Washington Commanders are just showing, or excuse me, the Kansas City Chiefs are just showing up to preseason so they don't get fined. Shotgun formation. We got 2 receivers on the right and 1 on the left here. Play clock down to 2 with 2:39 left to go. Here's the snap and a handoff. Looks like this one will go around the left-hand side, and it's going to be Brooks who gets the carry. A gain of about 2 yards, maybe 3. Will bring up a 3rd down and 7. So a 3rd down and 7 coming up. Washington Commanders hurting themselves on this drive. I will say, man, we saw the Packers in the Colts game have a lot of penalties in that one too. The Packers with 12 penalties. The Colts with 11 penalties that racked up amounted to 103 yards worth of penalties. 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, guys. Shotgun formation on 3rd down and 7. The football to the Washington 43. Bengals with it. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Burrow dropping back. We'll have to let go of it quickly. A nice little swim move. A gain of about 5. Call it a gain of 4 on 3rd down and 7, and it brings up a 4th down and 3. And will the offense stay out there, or will they pull him here at this point? Burrow saving the energy for the real season, says Shania. I'll say this. It's looking rough right now for this Cincinnati Bengals team. 4th down and 3 from the 39-yard line with 1 minute left to go. Here's the snap, and Burrow will throw on the slant. The catch is made, stays on his feet, breaks a tackle, picks up more than 3. Call it a gain of about 12 for Jones, and that's good for a 1st down, Cincinnati. The Cincinnati Bengals will break off a 13-yard play. It looks like Jones makes the catch at about the 37-yard line. A little spin move right there after bouncing off of it a couple defenders. 2 broken tackles. 2 broken tackles on 1 play until he's finally brought down by Reeves. Here we go, 47 seconds left to go. This does reset this. It's a 1st and 10 coming up here for the Cincinnati Bengals after a big play. Extra protection here for Joe Burrow from the 26-yard line. Burrow will look left, throw left, a little behind the intended receiver, but the catch is still going to be made right there, and it looks like Brooks will pick up about 5 or 6 yards on that play. 2nd down. We'll call it a 2nd down and 5. Let's see where they mark this one. They're going to call it a 2nd down and 4. Brooks looks like he was good for 4 yards on that catch. Here we go. Clock about to wind down, guys. No snap here. No snap. This will take us to a commercial break. All right, guys, when we get back, it'll be a 2nd down and 6. That is the end of the first quarter. We will be moving on to the second quarter. Cincinnati Bengals deep inside of Washington Commanders territory, just outside the red zone here. Who is we, Wesley? Question mark. What's up, Wesley? How you doing? We got Wesley in the house. Venom saying that Bengals. The Bengals? Giggity. Oh, right. Rams, also just the name Rams. Giggity. Just the name Rams alone. Gotta say it with the giggity. And gotta enjoy your Kit Kat bar, says Venom. Give me a break. Give me a break. Turn that off. Let's take a quick look, guys. Can we get to our goal today? I don't know how far or how high this is going to climb up today, but our goal is to make that, say, 37,000. If there are 75 people out there who are watching this live stream, help a brother get to his goal. It's Monday Night Football. I mean, y'all got to work tomorrow, right? People got to work. CC asking, who is my team? Rams is not my team, question mark. Who is your team, CC? For that fact, for that matter, who is everyone's team? Who is your favorite NFL team? Who is your favorite NFL team? In case you can't remember, let's go ahead and bring all of the Week 1 matchups one more time for you guys. Let's read some comments, y'all. Let's chit-chat with you guys. CC saying, go Birds, although there are 5 teams with birds as logos. Reggio saying, Pittsburgh Steelers. How about them Steelers? We got Naya saying the Eagles. Eagles against the Cowboys. Robert, I see you saying Giants. We got Mongo with the Steelers. Larry with the Seahawks. Tough matchup there, or is it? Are the 49ers as scary as they used to be? Baltimore Ravens have a very tough matchup in Week 1 against the Buffalo Bills. Here's Solar Facts. Very tough matchup here for sure. Mongo saying Steelers, I see you. T-Mac saying Skull Vikings. Let's go. JJC shouting out his Atlanta Falcons. I see you, JC. I see you, JC. Owl on the prowl. Alec with the Raiders. Any Patriots fans out there? This will be a really good matchup, guys. 2 new head coaches. Just 2 new, completely new teams really is what it feels like. It's going to be pretty cool. Looking for that one. Plan B saying, go Saints. I love it. With the French accent there. O'Kelly saying, Bengals, I see you, O'Kelly. Craig saying, is Jaden not playing? Jaden Daniels already played his part. He did all he needed to do, Craig. I hope you did not bet for Jaden Daniels to have a big day because that's not what preseason is for. John Lund saying, Dallas Cowboys, of course. How about it, John? How about them Dallas Cowboys? 9-ball with stick rod, saying Cincinnati Bengals. Seahawks baby says send it. All right, guys, let's get back into this game right here. Commercial break is over, and the Cincinnati Bengals, again, 2nd down and 6 from the 21-yard line. Burrow against the blitz, looks right, throws right, catch is made. Inside the 15, down at the 10. And that's a big gain right there from Andre Iosivas. Once again, good for a Cincinnati Bengals. First down. First down. First down for the Cincinnati Bengals right there, guys. Big pickup here. Reset this. 1st and 10. This does put us inside of the red zone. So now we are inside of the red zone on 1st and 10. Looks like it's a 1st and goal. We are inside the 10-yard line. We are at the 10-yard line. So let's update. 1st and goal with 14 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. A pistol formation here. Burrow will take the snap and hand this off to his running back. This time Brooks will go nowhere. A flag comes in late. That'll stop the clock with 4:13, but since I'm behind, I'm going to keep that ticking. Let's find out what this flag is and who it's on. Flock Nation says Thomas Bush. Holding defense. So that is going to be a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down, guys. Yikes. So a holding on the defense here. That's going to hurt the Washington Commanders. 14 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. It'll be a 1st and goal this time, a 1st and goal from the 5. So a 1st and goal from the 5 with 14:13 left to go. 14:13 left to go. And they're going to start the clock once again. The official has punched it back in. 25 seconds on the play clock is already down to 10 seconds left to go here. Here's the snap. This is a very long drive for the Bengals. Can they convert a shot to the end zone? The catch is made, and that's going to be a touchdown, Cincinnati Bengals. Let's go. That's 6 more points on the board, and the Bengals can celebrate now. Charlie Jones with a 5-yard receiving touchdown there. The sideline getting hyped up for him now. It brings up. Stops the clock here, but what a play. What a play right there. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So 59% of you guys were correct. We had 127 votes. 59% of you said the Bengals will score on this drive, and 59% of you guys were correct. Good job, guys. Let's go ahead and end this one. Here comes the extra point attempt. The kick is up. The kick is bing. It's good, guys. So we got ourselves a 14-14 game. 14-14 game. We are all squared away. A solid scoring game so far. Reset this, reset that. We got a fresh new set of downs. All good to go, man. We are all good to go. WTF was number 6 doing, says Solar Facts. Brandy saying, wow, what a game. CC saying, what a throw. Was a pretty good throw, if I do say so myself. Sky saying it's 0-0. Let's enjoy the game and let the announcer call it, please. Thanks, Jeff Mennerling. Just preseason, though, says Alec M. No worries. Impartial, but go Bengals. Honestly, Jody, go both teams. Like, you can say go Bengals and then turn around and say go Commanders, and it's fine, right? Like, you're rooting for football. You just like the game because you like the competition. I'm with you. I'm on it. Let's see, Tiger Stripes saying media, or Tiger Stripes Media saying good evening. Hello, Tiger Stripes. Cheers to you, my friend. Shout out to Tiger Stripes Media. Whale Lord checks in saying, woo, Bengals. And T-Mock with a super sticker. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Every penny helps this channel. Let's see. Let's go football, says Alec M. Appreciate you guys. Fishing up a storm saying, let's go Raiders. I'll never say go Steelers, says Jason Burke. Okay. I'll never say go Steelers. That's fine. That's fair. You must be a Bengals fan. What was I looking for? I got to change my music here. I've got this going on. Turn that off. Turn this on. Go back to the chill. Go back to the chill. We're chilling right now. Mario, did you know that Joe Milton will play the Cowboys preseason finale? What are your thoughts? It's preseason. It looks like to me that Joe Milton can get all the snaps that he can get right now, because what he has been doing so far this preseason, I am not impressed. Like, not even a little bit. Like, this guy is not the answer. Shout out my name. It's Jason. Well, then change your name from Thomas Bush to Jason. The spirit of Rex Grossman emanates in the chat. Nice. Except my teeth aren't that white. Thomas Bush asking me to shout out his name like I'm some cheap hooker. Like I'm some cheap hooker. Appreciate you guys out there in the chat right now. Thomas Bush, if you want me to say your name, then, change your name. Okay, guys, here's the kickoff. The Cincinnati Bengals sending this back over to the Washington Commanders, and the Commanders will now have the football. Here's the return, the 10, the 15, the 20. There's a bird on the field down at the 24-yard line, and 13 minutes and 48 seconds left to go. Cincinnati Bengals will have the football, 1st and 10 from the 29. What are my high and low for Washington? Brandy liked that one. That was a typo. I was talking to Jason Burke. Oh, I see. Got it. Let's see. A Towel is in the house saying Commanders going all the way this year. Let's go, baby. Living like Larry says cheap hookers don't wear ties. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Okay. Who on the Commanders am I most excited to watch this season? It's got to be Jaden Daniels. Honestly, that's a lie. Brian Thomas Jr. without a doubt because I have him in my fantasy league. And on that 1st and 10, speaking of running backs, Rodriguez will pick up 9. Looks like he might pick up the full 10 right here, guys. Actually, they're going to call it 9. It's a 2nd down and 1 coming up. So a pickup of 9 right here, 2nd down and 1, and the Washington Commanders come out the gate swinging right here. Bengals defense unable to get the stop right now. Oh, wow, a backward snap, and it's a bad snap right there. The camera cut in quickly. That's going to be a miscontrolled snap, and that's going to go backwards. It'll go down as a sack. It'll be a fumble, excuse me. A quick snap here on 2nd down and 1. A really high snap right there. It'll be considered a fumble for Johnson. A loss of 8 brings up a 3rd down and 9. So 3rd down and 9 coming up now for the Washington Commanders. That happened quickly. That's what I get for taking my eyes off the screen. All right, guys, we got to call the plays. I will read the chats when we get back to another commercial break. Waiting for it. Here's the snap. Dropping back. Josh Johnson with plenty of time in the pocket will wind up and throw. Delivers a beautiful pitch and catch. 45-yard line. 1st down, Washington. 1st down for Lane on that grab. It was a 3rd down and 9. A pickup of 16 yards will reset the sticks. That's a 1st down. 16 yards for Lane. 1st and 10 for Washington at the 46-yard line. Here are the Commanders. From the 46, Josh Johnson takes it, looks right, throws right. Catch made in the backfield. Looked like a screen on that side, but it didn't. It was like a mix of a screen and just a regular designed play out there in the flat. They're highlighting Jalen Lane, the man who just had that catch, 2025 4th-round pick. In this year's draft, he's a rookie fighting for a roster spot here for the Washington Commanders. 11 minutes and 44 seconds left to go. This brings up a 2nd down and 7 after a short gain right there on the flat for Jeremy McNichols. Up to the 49-yard line, McNichols will get the carry again. This time he goes around the left-hand side, and he gets, looks like a good enough for a 1st down right there. Excuse me, that was Rodriguez on the carry. Either way, good for a Washington 1st down. 1st down for Washington here. 7-yard pickup on 2nd down and 7 was good enough to move the sticks. Rodriguez with a big carry right there. 1st and 10 coming up for Washington. Just tearing through this Bengals defense. Bengals, no chance of stopping him right now. Josh Johnson takes the snap, dropping back against a 4-man rush. He will wind up and deliver up the hash marks. Catch is made at the left hash. Looks like Goodwin Osborne. AJ, is it KJ? Oh, that's KJ Osborne. Let's go. A 10-yard grab for KJ Osborne, picking up some separation right there. That's good for a 1st down. How about KJ Osborne coming from the Minnesota Vikings way back in 2020? Not my favorite wide receiver ever. Ooh, they're calling it short of the 1st down, guys. It's actually a 2nd down in inches. Here's the snap and a handoff to the running back. This will be enough for the 1st down, though, so 2nd and inches is converted. to a 1st and 10 from the 31. 1st and 10 then coming up here. 3-yard pickup right here for Rodriguez once again. Let's scroll down just a little bit so you guys can see the fantasy stats over here on the right-hand side. Those of you guys doing fantasy football, I always bring up these numbers for y'all whenever I can, right, as best that I can. Here we go. A shotgun formation. We got 2 receivers left, 1 on the right, waiting for the snap right now. Looks like the shotgun has become a pistol with 9:52 left to go. A snap and a handoff to the running back. A gain of nothing there on 1st and 10 will make it a 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10 coming up. No gain right there. 9:40 left to go. 2nd down and 10. They're going to call it a gain of 1. Okay, so a 2nd down and 9. 2nd down and 9. Rodriguez not as successful on that one. Jaden Daniels on the sideline showing off those diamonds. Shining bright right there, that's for sure. Showing that one right there. The Bengals defense is horrific, says Joshua Lopez. Here's the snap, dropping back out of the shotgun in the pocket. Will wind up and throw a deep shot downfield. It is going to be intercepted. A clean pick right there. And that's going to be a turnover for Washington. 1st down, Cincinnati Bengals. A bad throw from Josh Johnson. I'm talking an ugly throw right there. He's going to want that one back. There was into double coverage and nowhere near his intended receiver. Maybe he was trying to throw it away. I don't know what that was. Looks like either way it's going to be a turnover here, and we got a 1st down for the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, Bengals fans, if you're out there, drop some orange stuff. Let's see your orange stuff. Drop your Tigers. Let's see your colors. We got Bengals fans out there. Who are you rooting for? Not who do you think will win, but who are you rooting for? Whoops. Let's redo this one. You can't be rooting for yes or no. I'm rooting for yes. I'm rooting for no. Mark McKay dropping his Tigers. I see you out there. Larry saying I'm a Steelers fan for life. I am a Steelers fan for life. Robert saying Commanders. Drop that Sunny D, says Venom. Giggity. Orange stuff. Any emojis that are orange. That's it. Oh. Bengals going to whoop the Redskins. Rooting for anyone who beats the Cowboys, says Owl on the Prowl. Is Jaden Daniels coming back in? Rich Star, he will not be coming back in for this preseason game. Jody saying, duh, Bears. Let's see. Let's type this in right now. Thanks, Naya. Rooting for Cincinnati, says Team Mike. Susan Basio, I see you out there with the Tigers. How about them Bears, says Richard. 9-ball with stick rod saying Bengals all day. I'll say it for him. Go Steelers, says Wesley. What's up, Bekorf? I see you out there. Tiger Stripes saying 49ers, man. You're saying 49ers, but your name is Tiger Stripes Media? Bengals got to take advantage of this drive, says Byrne. I agree, Byrne. I definitely agree. Dodgers up 2-0, says Naya. Gonna have to start covering some baseball here soon, too. All right, guys. Come October, we're gonna have a lot of sports here. Once we get into the MLB playoffs. Beverly Lamb saying, go Bengals. Unk grabbing the chair for the first time today. Commanders, SB, season loading. Super Bowl season loading. You think so, Nathaniel? Beverly Lamb, thanks for checking into the chat. Wyatt, I see you out there. Aaron, I see you as well. Aaron checking in saying, will the Cowboys win on the Friday game? Yes or no? Win this Friday's game? I sure hope so, Aaron. I sure hope so. Jolly Mole, thanks for checking in. Ladies and gentlemen, the commercial break is over. We're looking at a 1st and 10 right now for the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be a handoff to the running back, and this one for Brooks will be a gain of 2 on 1st and 10, 2nd down and 8 coming up now. So a 2nd down and 8. The football to the Cincinnati Bengals 5 after that carry, guys. Bengals starting this drive from deep inside their own territory. If you look down below, you can see the drive chart underneath, guys. If you look down below, you can see the drive chart underneath. Looks like we are slowly growing right here in the subscriber count. Here's the snap dropping back. Burrow will wheel to the right. Burrow is still out there for the team. He falls forward, and that looks like that'll be a pickup of enough here. First down for the Cincinnati Bengals. Just enough on 2nd down and 8. This should bring up a 1st and 10 now for the Bengals. Cincinnati with the football. Cincinnati up to their own 14-yard line after moving the sticks here with 8:30-ish left to go. With 8:30-ish left to go. Okay, single back formation from the 14-yard line. Joe Burrow under center. He will take the snap and hand this off to the right-hand side. This will be a gain of about a yard or 2. Call it a pickup of 2. They might be a little generous here and give it a pickup of 3. Go Commanders, says Tracy. Thanks, Tracy. The Ghost of Alani checking in saying hello. Shout out to you, Ghost. All right, guys, y'all can see all of the carries, all of the players who have run the football here. Let's scroll down a little bit so y'all can see the wide receivers for this game. We'll leave this up for just a moment. This is just some more additional information for you guys. We've got a 2nd down and 7 after that play. Let me get myself focused here. 2nd down and 7 out of the shotgun, this time from the 16-yard line. This is going to be a handoff and a gain of about 3 right here. Maybe a gain of 4. There is a flag on the play. The camera cut back to Jaden Daniels, who is on the sideline, more focused on the Jaden Daniels conversation than the actual football game right now. Waiting to hear what the flag is. They're going to call this illegal motion against the offense. Yup. Illegal motion on the offense. Repeat 2nd down. 2nd down and 12. I got to stop my clock with 7:09. So it's 2nd down and 12 on the 5-yard penalty. Gonna need something for the voice. It's already starting to go out. I'm so torn because I'm born and raised in D.C., but my dad's from the Natty. Okay, guys. I used to be Kalan Rose. Okay, what up, Kalan? Welcome back. Here's the snap, dropping back, looking left, throwing left. Catch is made on 2nd and 12. It might be enough for a 1st down. I think it will be a gain of 13 for Tinsley. 1st down for the Bengals. Wow, a 2nd down and 12 quickly becomes a 1st and 10 right here. Football now up to the 25-yard line. They were at their own 12-yard line. We're now up to the 25 after the 13-yard gain by Tinsley. Here we go. Yeah, let's boost those likes. If you guys have been watching for 5, maybe 10 minutes, guys, smash that like button. Here we go from the 25-yard line. Looks like the 24 to me. They're going to call it the 25. Burrow with 5 seconds left to go on the play clock is waiting for the snap. He will take it. He will drop back, looking left, throwing left, and that will be a gain of a few right there. Call it a gain of 5. So 2nd down and 5. Let's start the clock. 2nd down and 5. 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. We do have a trivia quiz for you guys for halftime. Bengals could actually win this because Johnson is our 3rd stringer. I mean, you're not wrong, Nathaniel. Who they think they're going to beat them Bengals? Well, let's see. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. A 2nd down and 5 coming up here. It looks like the Cincinnati Bengals are starting to work on this drive right now out of the shotgun formation. Burrow will hand this off to his back. Brooks goes the opposite way. A big block right there. And this will be a gain. What would have been a loss of 1 becomes a gain of about 10. A big 1st down here for the Cincinnati Bengals on 2nd down and 5. Maybe even 15. 1st down for the Cincinnati Bengals. That should have been a loss of yardage. They had him dead to rights. And good patience there by Brooks. Goes around the opposite side. It turned out to be a counter run. A beautiful block right there. Oh, my gosh. That was one of the nastiest blocks. A couple of beautiful blocks right there by the Cincinnati Bengals offense. They did a great job of getting a man open. This moves the football to the 44-yard line. Cincinnati on their own 44 still. The blitz starting to come in. Burrow going to air this one out to the corner here. A little late on the throw. It stops the clock. If Burrow would have made that decision just a hair sooner, that would have been a huge chunk. 2nd down and 10. Cincinnati on their own 44. The clock is stopped with 4 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. Bengals still have 3 timeouts remaining plus the 2-minute warning. Washington down to 2 timeouts remaining. They are on defense right now. 2nd down and 10. Scrolling up just a hair for you guys so you can see the rest of the stats on the right side of your phones or your TVs or whatever device you have me streaming on right now, guys. Bengals with the football. They're showing blitz on the opposite side. The blitz does not work out, but it doesn't also work out for the Bengals. A gain of about 3 on that play will bring up a 3rd down and 7. So 3rd and 7 coming up for Cincinnati. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. The clock will be ticking once again. Does the Bengals coach want Burrow to get injured? Says Owl on the Prowl. It's not even that, Owl on the Prowl. He's tired of taking all the heat of them saying, well, the Bengals are always so rusty at the start of the year. The Bengals stumble coming out the gate. Right now, he wants to make sure that his team is in competitive form. I see you, Jesse. Thank you so much for checking into the live stream. I'll read your comment here in just a moment. Here's the snap on 3rd down and 7. Looking left, throwing left. A catch is made. A difficult catch, fighting for the 1st down. That's good for a first. A difficult play, and it still worked out for Hudson, using every inch and every pound of his frame to pick up the yardage. That is good for a 1st down. All 7 yards plus 1, 1st and 10. Hudson made the catch, and Reeves was all over him. Hudson fought. He said, I'm bigger than you. Used his big body to drag Reeves onto his back, rolls down on top of Reeves. It's enough for the 1st plus 1, 8-yard gain for Hudson. Looks like Browning is in there now. I've been saying Burrow. It's Jake Browning, guys. Jake Browning is in. Burrow is out. That's my apologies, guys. This whole drive, it has been 6 and 9 are very close looking numbers. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. This will end up being a 2nd down. So Jake Browning hands that one off. Jake Browning's already 5 passes in, and I've been calling it Burrow like the whole time, bro. Okay. What's up, y'all? Appreciate that, Jesse. He says he was a Broncos fan. He passed away this past Wednesday. You're awesome, bro. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that, man. I'm sorry for your loss. 2nd down and 8 coming up with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left to go. Here's the snap, and Jake Browning, a little play action here. Browning looks right, throws right. The catch is made in the backfield. A gain of about 2 yards right there. Looks like it was Grandy who makes the catch there. It brings up a 3rd down and 6. 3rd down, a big 3rd down coming up here for Browning and company. Can the Bengals do their thing? This is Jake Browning's 4th season with the team. There's a flag on the play. Let's find out what this is. I'm going to stop the clock. Threw the flag and picked it up. Got it. Okay, they were just talking about Browning right there, but then they got rid of it. Good luck to the Cowboys, says Wesley. Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Edward Lewis Sandoval. Appreciate you, Jesse Sandoval. 48th birthday was on Wednesday. Happy birthday, Jeremy Webb. All right, guys, we got a 3rd down and 6 after the flag. There is no flag anymore. 3rd down and 6 from the 41-yard line. They're looking eager to rush right now. The Washington Commanders on defense. The Bengals with the football in the shotgun. There's the snap. A big false start right there. I'm talking a monster false start. That'll back them up 5 yards for sure. Pretty obvious. Here's the flag. False start. False start for sure on the Cincinnati Bengals. So, 2:02 left to go. 2:02 left to go. Let's stop the clock here. All right, Aaron saying you will have the Cowboys live on Friday. Will I have the Cowboys live on Friday game, yes or no? I will be live for the Dallas Cowboys this Friday, yes. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so I got you on that. Vinny T, I see you out there with Ben Johnson's offense versus the Bengals defense. I'm predicting 50-plus points, says Vinny. 50-plus points. All right, guys. This takes us to the 2-minute warning. We're going to a quick commercial break, so let's turn all of this off. When we get back, it'll be a 3rd down and 6. Te lo voy a decir otra vez. I'm going to say it one more time, guys. We are now going into the 2-minute warning. Commercial break. When we get back from the 2-minute warning, it'll be a 3rd down and 11 from the Washington 46. Jake Browning and the Cincinnati Bengals are bringing the football up the field right here. Let's see how they do this drive, guys. 51 yards already. 11 plays. You can see where they started way back here and how far they have gone. They're going to cover the whole field right now. hopefully in these next 2 minutes, at least if you're a Bengals fan, you're thinking hopefully. If you're a Commanders fan, you're thinking hopefully not. Okay, reading some comments out here. Looks like Nora Bean. What's up, Nora? How you doing? Saying, what up, homie? What up, Nora? Fist bumps to you, Nora Bean. Cheers. Appreciate Nora being in the house. My name is Nia, saying Browning is looking pretty good, actually. Yeah, he's not bad. He's completed 5 of 6 passes. I'll take that. 37 passing yards. He's got 1 fantasy point, no touchdowns, but that's okay. He's been passing the football to these players. By the way, I'm just literally reading these stats that are right here. And if you guys have your phone in full screen mode, you can put your fingers on the screen and zoom on in. I've got those stats right there for your convenience, guys. So if you're doing fantasy football, you can see the fantasy points scored out there. I actually have my, they let me bring home the fantasy board from our live draft last night. I did okay. I had the 6th pick overall. It was brutal, man. 6th pick overall was kind of brutal. I did get lucky, though. He fell to me. It was the next best choice available, too. So I took CeeDee Lamb at 6th overall. Happy with that. Nora saying, you guys are chill. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that, Nora. I will take chill. What's up, Martin? Martin saying, what's up, Mario? I see you out there, Martin. Wesley saying, can you guys give me false hope that we will win? Yeah. What he said, smash that like button, says Wesley. I'm pretty nervous for my Buckeyes this year, says Nia. I will be covering some of that as well. Richard Fernandez, I see you out there. Vinny, don't speak that blasphemy. My money depends on it, says Richard Fernandez. All right, guys, the 2-minute warning is over. 3rd down and 11 from the 46. Joe Burrow will wind up and throw. Jake Browning will wind up and throw an incomplete pass, stopping the clock with 1:56, and the punt team coming out now 4th down and 11. Talk about an anticlimactic break right there. Washington Commanders going to get one last chance here. Going to see Josh Johnson get one more opportunity. Nia saying, go Spurs, go. I will second that, Nia. Go Spurs, go. How about them? How about them San Antonio Spurs? All right, the punt team is out, ladies and gentlemen. Punt team is out here. We're about to get Ryan Recco. Here's the punt. This punt is going to be a high-hanging one. It's going to go take a bounce, a very friendly bounce, down to the 5-yard line. They could have backed him up all the way. But the Washington Commanders will start this drive from the 6. We have a change of possession. 1st and 10 with 1 minute and 46 seconds left to go in this first half. Here we go. All right, guys. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Lolita Jones saying, come on, Washington. Does Debo have receiving yards today? I think he has rushing yards today. Let's double check that. No rushing yards. Yes, he does have rushing yards today. 19 rushing yards. You can see that right there. 19 rushing yards for Debo Samuel. No receiving yards, though. Here we go. 1:46 left to go. 1st and 10 from the 6-yard line. Empty backfield. Washington will take the snap. Looking left, doesn't like it. Looking right, will wind up and throw. Almost intercepted right there. That pass incomplete. Stops the clock with 1:42. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Commanders on their own 6-yard line. Hartman is the quarterback out there on this play. Burns saying they did not capitalize off that interception. Facts. Nora Bean saying, bro, the Patriots are so good. You're not wrong, Nora. Are your Spurs ready for the season? Yes or no? I hope so. Here's the snap and a handoff this time. The running back on 2nd down and 10 will pick up about 4 yards right here. That seems to be Jeremy McNichols. 2nd down and 10 becomes 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6. So we got a 3rd down and kind of long here. Stop made by Carter. The camera is panned over to him. Let's see if Washington can convert a 1st down here on this 3rd down and 6. Convert the 3rd down into being a, you know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. I'm wondering if I picked the wrong color tie because we got a red team on the board. Maybe I should have gone with blue. A little more contrast there instead of all just that one color. Even black would have been good. Both teams have black as accent colors. Here we go, guys. 3rd down and 6 coming up with 1:38 left to go. Shotgun formation, waiting for the snap right now. McNichols standing to the left. Here's the snap. Hartman looking right, throwing right. This one just over the head of the intended receiver. It does bring up a 4th down, and that will stop the clock. 4th down and 6, and the Washington Commanders offense will stall out before it even gets started. Wow, they're showing Caleb Williams last year in 2024 was sacked 68 times. Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears. That is the most sacks since 2002 David Carr, who was the most sacked quarterback in NFL history in the inaugural year of the Houston Texans back in 2002. Rough season for Caleb Williams, hoping for a lot of improvement this year. Here's the punt, guys. This will be returned this time. This is going to be a short return down at the 40-yard line, and the Washington Commanders will give up possession themselves. It will be Bengals football one last time. Great job by the Bengals defense on that drive. Great job by the Bengals defense on that drive. Thanks, Wesley. The next game will be on Thursday, Wesley. My next game that I'll be live for will be Thursday football. To see how much football I can cover before this preseason is over, because there won't be any football after next week until the season starts. Shotgun formation. Browning against a 4-man rush will throw that football forward. It's going to be hit on the release. That pass will be incomplete. No, they're going to let them play this one out, and somehow, some way, they're going to say that this was recovered by the Washington Commanders. No whistle here. They're saying Commanders recovered, and they would have scooped and scored there. This is going to be reviewed right now, though, so let's put up the flag and show that this is under review. Browning threw that football forward, in my opinion. That's clear forward momentum. That could be a fumble. He got his hand on the football, but he still held on to the football. I think that's an incomplete, guys. I don't think that that's a Commanders touchdown. They are going to review this, and obviously there's no challenge available for either side inside of the 2-minute warning. So this is a scoring play. They'll get a chance to review this now. Let's see what they say. 113. After the review, it is an incomplete pass, so Commanders fans got excited for nothing there. All right, guys, we've got our trivia coming up. Please reset the game clock to 119. That's what he said. Have you ever done the Football Nation trivia, guys? That is the question, yes or no. I can guarantee you that you've never done this one. Hell, I've never done this one, so this will be interesting. This will be interesting. It will be interesting. This will be fun. Okay. Okay, guys, let's scroll this up so y'all can see the stats so far in this game. Pump up the likes and subscribers, everyone, says Robert Zamora. Just stick around, man. Just have some fun. Let's have some fun, yo. Here we go, guys. 2nd down and 10 coming up with 1:19 left to go from the 40-yard line. Dropping back, looking left, looking right, throwing a deep shot downfield. Browning makes the catch, and the play goes down at the 37-yard line across midfield. A big play there. 1st down, Cincinnati. Timeout will be called to stop the clock with 1:06. Timeout will be called there. Jake Browning does an excellent job there. Here's a quick play, dropping back, going to wind up and throw. The pressure coming in. Tip drill. The catch is somehow made, which is wild to me. It'll be a gain of a couple. 2nd down coming up here. He tipped it to himself with 47 seconds left to go. Are the Bengals going to take another timeout right here? I believe so. Another timeout will be taken by the Cincinnati Bengals. Here we go. Dusty Attic, what is going on? Appreciate you guys. Christopher saying, I just want to know if Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow are going to play again. No, they're not, Christopher. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow have already played for today. It is preseason. You should always avoid making bets on preseason, especially on starters. You should always avoid playing starters on preseason. Could have been a wrist injury right there. That looked like that might have hurt. Seems like he's okay. Mitchell Tinsley made the catch. A difficult catch there. 2nd down and 6 coming up right now. 2nd down and 6. 48 seconds left to go. 1 timeout remaining for the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Bengals are on the Washington 37-yard line. 34-yard line, excuse me. So, 2nd down and 6 from the 34. It actually looks like the 33 to me. Jake Browning in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Here is the snap. Browning looks right. Will deliver an ugly-looking throw. What on earth was that? 3rd down and 6 coming up. Like, bro, why would you throw that ball like that? Stops the clock with 43 seconds. Like, take a shot, man. Take a shot. Try to maybe get yourself. You're in field goal range already. Like, take a shot. You got to be able to throw 37 yards, man. Appreciate you guys out here. Father Time, Dusty Attic, Country CMC, Shotgun Formation. Monday Night Football on ESPN. Motion on the field, waiting for the snap. Showing blitz, they bring a 4-man rush instead. Jake Browning will wind up and throw, taking a shot like I said. Gets the football to the 12-yard line, going out of bounds. They will stop the clock. This will be good for a 1st down. 1st down, Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10, this time from the 12. We get inside the red zone, and no need to call a timeout as that goes out of bounds here. So 38 seconds left to go. All right, guys. Walter Lovely saying, how many drinks tonight? This is the only one. No, I guess I've got a couple. Got to have your coffee, your water, and your 1 drink. 1st and 10 coming up with 38 seconds left to go. Jake Browning. Empty backfield will take the shot. Looking left, throwing downfield to the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown, Cincinnati Bengals! The Bengals put 6 on the board here. And Mitchell Tinsley with a 13-yard receiving touchdown at the left pylon there. Good catch in the end zone. Went down. Beautiful play. Good body control. Well done. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 34 seconds left to go here. I don't know, man. Okay. Browning coming for that quarterback 1 job, says Matt. Oh, man, in his dreams. Here we go. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. The kick is up. The kick is good, or maybe in his worst nightmares. The extra point attempt is good. The score is 21-14, and we have seen 5 touchdowns so far in the first half of this game, which is crazy because we have such a low attendance for this particular live stream. We have such a low attendance for this one particular stream, and I mean, it's such a good game so far. It's been scoring offense. Defenses are nowhere to be seen. Let's go Bengals. Beverly saying, "Who dey? What up, Beverly?" Bakorf saying, "Let's go, baby." Commercial break, guys. 34 seconds left to go. Mitchell Tinsley had 4 targets today, 4 receptions for 53 yards and a touchdown. Wide receiver Mitchell Tinsley for the Cincinnati Bengals doing okay right now. Not so bad. If we scroll down and take a look at their stats, guys, 4 targets, 4 receptions for 52 yards. This is where I'm getting my information from right here. 15 fantasy points for him. 13 fantasy points for Jones. Andre Iosivas, may not even see him anymore. He's listed as the wide receiver 3. They've got him out there to see if he can be a leader on the squad, but he's heavily covered right now. Jamar Chase did have a catch today. We're not going to see him get any more. We're not going to see Joe Burrow out there. Browning doing a great job. Here's the kickoff back to Washington, and Washington will return. The 10, the 15, the 20, down just shy of the 25. They're going to be generous and give it to him. 1st and 10 coming at you from the 25-yard line. They're going to take a few seconds off the clock right here. Bring that out just a hair. Okay. For those of you, preseason, bro, that's all, says Jen. You're not wrong, Jen. You're not wrong. Lolita Jones saying wash. Call. Jesus. Well, 35 points. That's better than the Bears scored. Quality first, Mario. We also know that the Mods have a tall task this year. Here's the snap, dropping back, winding up and throwing. It's intercepted. Here we go. The 25, the 20, cutting back, and the Bengals with 20 seconds left to go will pick it off once again. A bad throw right there, and this time it's picked off for the Cincinnati Bengals. Wow. Wow. A terrible throw right there. This time it was Hartman. Hartman with a bad throw here. gives that right into the hands of the middle linebacker. Carter dropped back, sniffed this one out, came back for it, and it was just a bad throw to begin with. I think even if it was a good throw, like if that throw was on target, it still would have gotten picked off. I think it still would have gotten picked up. He was not looking at that middle linebacker. Aquastar, what is going on? Jeff, I see you out there. Who gets the ball at half? It will also be, actually, it'll be the Washington Commanders who get the football to start the second half. But we got a 1st and 10 now coming up from inside, just outside the red zone. Here we go. Shotgun formation, and Jake Browning is in the shotgun here. We got a receiver. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Browning looking right this time, shoots to the end zone. Both feet up, both feet down. Is it in? Touchdown for Tinsley again. This time a 21-yard touchdown. And Tinsley just blew up the stat sheet, brother. Wow. Tinsley with a 21-yard touchdown grab. One play, one-on-one action. Both feet are up, 1 foot. 2 feet, and he hangs on to the football. Tinsley, a touchdown, a beautiful play. Holy smokes, that was a monster grab right there. Tinsley having himself a day now, bro. 24 fantasy points in the first half of this game for Tinsley. 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mitchell Tinsley looking for that wide receiver 3 spot over Andre Iosivas. Andre probably saying, put me in, coach. At this point, the score is now 28-14, and the Commanders have been doubled up by the Cincinnati Bengals. 14 seconds left to go. Wow, what a play by Tinsley. The Bengals are scoring like thunder and lightning in the sky at my house. Wow, says Mark McKay. Manny. Is it delayed like the yards? Does he have more than 62? Tinsley has 73. Or are you talking about Burrow? No, Joe Burrow definitely has 62 yards. Jake Browning is out there right now. Guys, Joe Burrow, anybody who's betting on fantasy sports right now, here's my warning to you. If you are betting on fantasy sports, if you're doing DraftKings, if you're doing one of those picks, it is very, very difficult, guys, to make accurate picks during the preseason because the starters will not play an expected amount of time. They're only going to play 1 drive, maybe 2 drives, a quarter at best before they get pulled, which is what we saw today. Here is the kickoff, guys. The Washington Commanders bring this one out to 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, a big hit at the end, and Allen does a full-on front flip here. My gosh. And we've got 8 seconds left to go. They might as well just take a knee at this point. Moneyline spread is the way to go, says Eddie North. That is probably sound advice there, my friend. That is sound advice. Here is the moneyline spread scrolling by at the bottom of the screen in case anybody is interested. It's a little too late now, but it is Monday. Happy Monday, Monday Night Football. 8 seconds left to go in this first half, guys. I've got a trivia quiz for y'all. Bro, I got a trivia quiz for y'all. I want you guys to participate with me. Stick around. You can do it in silence, man. I won't even read your name out loud. There's no penalties for wrong answers. They are in the victory formation. Here is the knee. This will take us to halftime. So let's go ahead and do this thing, guys. We're going to run through it pretty quick here. I hope I can get this right. All right, guys, I'm going to ask y'all 10 questions here. Uh-oh, where's my music? Let's try this again. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, guys, I got 10 questions for y'all. I want you guys to do your best to try to get these right. We're going to ask some simple questions. We're going to test your knowledge here. Let's see how you guys do, starting with question number 1. Question number 1, guys. What is the name of the Washington Commanders mascot? Is it A, Sergeant Bacon? Is it B, Captain Valor? Or is it C, Major Tutty? Guys, I always ask a simple question for you guys. We'll have a couple of simple questions here today. But I'm curious to know if you guys know the answer to this one. What is the answer to this one, guys? Is it A, is it B, or is it C? Most of you guys getting this one right. It is Major Tuddy, and he has been around for quite some time. Yes, the Hogs of the 80s, that offensive line, guys. It's been a while since they've won a championship, but it is Major Tuddy, and it's a Hog with an Army helmet on. Okay, guys, question number 2. Question number 2. All right, guys, what is the name of the Cincinnati Bengals mascot? Is it A, Trixie the Tiger? Is it B, Houday? Or is it C, Franz Ferdinand? Ferdinand, get it? Franz Ferdinand? All right, what is the name of the Cincinnati Bengals mascot, guys? I hope you know the answer to this one. I hope you know the answer to this one. What do you think the answer is? Got about 2 seconds left to go here. The answer is Houday, guys. Yeah, I know, it's pretty unoriginal. That's literally all the Bengals fans say, but he is a Tiger. Trixie, I like that name, Trixie, but that's not it. Let's move on to the next question here, guys. Let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Ready for it? Who holds the Washington Commanders franchise record for the most passing yards in one single season? Just one season. Is it A, Jaden Daniels? Is it B, Alex Smith? Or is it C, Kirk Cousins? Who holds the Washington Commanders franchise record for the most passing yards in one single season? The answer to question number 3 is Kirk Cousins, guys. Kirk Cousins did a great job with 4,917 yards, just 83 yards shy of a 5,000-yard passing season with Washington. Most of you guys got that one right. Good job, guys. Let's move on to question number 4. Y'all ready for this one? All right, guys. Which Cincinnati Bengals quarterback holds both the franchise records for most passing yards and most passing touchdowns in a single season? Is it A, Andy Dalton? Is it B, Joe Burrow? Or is it C, Carson Palmer? Which of these guys has it here? A, B, or C? A lot of different questions coming in, guys. The answer is, or a lot of different answers, I should say, Joey B. It is Joe Burrow, 39 passing touchdowns, 5,000 passing yards. He's an absolute machine, guys. He's an absolute machine. So let's move on to the next one here. Not a whole lot to tell you about Joe Burrow that you don't already know, though, right? Here we go, guys. Which player holds the Washington Commanders franchise record for the most rushing yards in one single season? The most rushing yards in one single season for a Washington Commander. Is it A, John Riggins? Is it B, Alfred Morris? Or is it C, Adrian Peterson? A, B, or C? What is the answer to this one, guys? The most rushing yards in one single season for a Washington Commander. Do you know the answer? Well, the answer is B. The answer is Alfred Morris, guys. Holds the record with 1,613 rushing yards. 1,600 rushing yards is nothing to sneeze at. That was back in the 2012 season, well after their last Super Bowl. All right, guys, question number 6. Número 6. All right, guys, which Bengal safety made 3 Pro Bowl appearances and became a Louisiana State Senator? Is it A, Reggie Nelson? Is it B, Louis Riddick? Or is it C, Tommy Casanova? Which Cincinnati Bengals safety made 3 Pro Bowl appearances and became a senator for the state of Louisiana? A, B, or C? Guys, the answer to this one is Tommy Casanova. He played 6 seasons with the Cincinnati Bengals and was selected to 3 Pro Bowls. Something pretty interesting about football is that I always see leaders coming out of football throughout all of history. It's really a cool fact about football players that I'm going to continue to celebrate here on this channel. Next question, guys. Which Washington Commanders player holds the franchise record for the most receiving yards in one single season? The most receiving yards in one single season. Is it A, Santana Moss? Is it B, Terry McLaurin? Or is it C, Art Monk? Who has the most receiving yards in a single season right now? A, B, or C? Couple of mixed questions or mixed answers coming in right now, guys. The answer is Santana Moss. Santana Moss, guys, 1,483 receiving yards. That was back in 2005, and it has been 20 years since any Washington Commanders wide receiver has gone over that mark. Well, yeah, or has hit that mark, I should say. Question number 8, guys. Which Bengals wide receiver famously front flipped into the end zone? Was it A, Jerome Simpson? Was it B, A.J. Green? Or was it C, Chad Ochocinco Johnson? Which Bengals wide receiver famously front flipped into the end zone? A, B, or C? The answer, a few of y'all got that one right. It was Jerome Simpson. That classic gif right there, dude. This guy doing front flips into the end zone. Say what? Yes, I know A.J. Green was there forever, and Chad Ochocinco Johnson does nightcap, but that is not the man who did the front flip into the end zone, as you can see for yourselves. Question number 9. This one, interesting question here, guys. The Washington Commanders won their last Super Bowl in 1991, the same year as which of these iconic movies? Was it A, Silence of the Lambs, B, Home Alone, or C, The Sandlot? What do you think? What do you think the answer is here? The last time the Washington Commanders won a Super Bowl was back in 1991. The only one of these 3 movies that came out in 1991 was The Silence of the Lambs. Not the most exciting football topic right there, but I always did the Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and I wanted to change up the answer choices just a little bit. I'm probably going to keep doing this a lot throughout the season because we saw some of those from last year. But anyways, final question, guys. Put the lotion on the skin. All right, guys, here we go. Who is currently the oldest player on the Cincinnati Bengals roster? Is it A, Lucas Patrick? Is it B, Trey Hendrickson? Or is it C, Samaje Perine? Who is the oldest player on the Cincinnati Bengals roster? Is it A, is it B, or is it C? What do you think? Mixed bag of answers coming in right now. Couple of you guys on the right page. The correct answer was Lucas Patrick, and I forgot to put a photo on there. Oh, that's on me, guys. Lucas Patrick, offensive lineman here for the Cincinnati Bengals team. He is currently a starter for this unit, but we'll see for how much longer because he is like 35. So, all right, guys, thanks for playing. Let's get back to the game that is at hand right now. It looks like at this moment the Washington Commanders are trailing by 14 points. They have 14, but Bengals have 28. Really quick, one final time because I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't do this, y'all. Wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't do this. Now there's a link in the description below here. But we are looking to have a few more folks sign up using our affiliate link for Vault Sports, for Underdog, or Novig if you've never done Novig before. Novig is another one that you could definitely use, but you can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash if you sign up for Underdog using my promo code. Yeah, my promo code. It helps me out. It's my affiliate link, right? You know, that's always fun. But if you guys want to help this channel out and help yourselves out, get a little extra scratch at no additional cost, guys, whatever you deposit, you will be matched 50%. So if you have an extra $25, $50 lying around, it'll give you an extra $25 or an extra $12.50, just depending on whatever it is that you make your deposit here. All right, guys, we are in the middle of halftime. Let's read some comments here. Jeff Metterling saying it was fun, but it's good night. I'll see you next time, says Jeff Metterling. Thanks for checking in, Jeff. Mike saying yes. Martin dropping the letter B. Hey, Mario, my fiance Angie and myself would like to know if you're going to be broadcasting the Ohio State game. If they make it to the playoffs, I will, but I'm not covering college football unless it's playoffs. I've already learned my lesson. Let's see. 3 out of 10. Luckily, I know movies and mascots, LOL. I just tried Underdog. I didn't know that they let you put in straight bets. Yeah, they do a lot, Eddie. They do kind of a lot. CC saying, I asked a question, Micah. Let's see. CC saying B to A at the end. Time for a fatty, question mark? Hey, man, whatever you want to do, I don't judge, man. You do whatever it is that you need to do to get your head right. It is 8:40 p.m. here They don't let you put in straight bets, says Eddie North, is what he was saying. I didn't know they didn't let you put in straight bets, is what he was saying. Okay, let's see. So, my music stopped, which means it's my cue to get off of this page here. Let's go ahead and turn the lo-fi back on. We are in the middle, guys, of halftime. We should be getting back from it any moment here, but I do want to read some stats for you guys. Aaron asking if I'm ready for September. Dude, I am ready for September like you would not believe. Let's read some of these team stats, ladies and gentlemen. Team stats for today. 21 minutes of possession for the Cincinnati Bengals. Just 36 minutes of possession here. Excuse me, just 8 minutes and 36 seconds of possession here for the Washington Commanders. Where am I reading that? It's down below. And if this text looks too small, again, guys, you can put your phone sideways, put it on full screen, and then you can zoom in on any of the data and the stats that are over here in case you guys want to know what's going on. Let's take a quick look here at first downs. Scroll up just a little bit because it's pretty bad. Cincinnati Bengals on the inside track. You can see it right down here, guys. 18 first downs picked up for the Cincinnati Bengals, just 8 picked up for the Washington Commanders. Rushing, it was a lot better for the Washington Commanders on the ground, I would say. Let's scroll down to third downs, I suppose. So third down situations converted. The Cincinnati Bengals slow, long, methodical drives, guys. 3 out of 8 third downs have been converted. About half the first downs converted here for the Washington Commanders. The biggest discrepancy, guys, time of possession definitely hurts. Those 2 turnovers that we saw today, too. Those 2 turnovers are going to be a problem for Washington. We'll see how they do. Of course, Jaden Daniels is a very different player than whoever else has been out there. Who else is out here in the chat, though? Martin, I see you. Looks at my coat. I'm ready for September. Ooh, I had to go for a drinks run. Bengals running away with it, says Jody McGee. Yeah, the Bengals are definitely running away with it. Roger Volkman, thanks for checking in. Roger saying, Aaron, the Hurricane wants to know if you're single. Oh, shots fired. Watch out. Watch out. Here we go. Mike, P1313 saying yes to a different question. Looks like Quaid. I see you out there, Quaid Pearson. Little late to reading your comment. He's saying, what's up, Mario? Getting ready for the regular season. I sure am, dude. I sure am, Quaid, if you're still out there. Okay, let's end the Q&A here. 120 folks. Looks like half of you guys, that was your first time doing the fantasy or doing the Football Nation trivia quiz. Glad you guys got to be a part of that. Let's start another poll. Okay, guys. Are the Commanders cooked? Yes or no? Here we go. Here's the kickoff. Washington Commanders do have the football to start the second half. This will be a bring out to about the 25-yard line. Commanders have the football. That'll stop the clock right here. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Washington Commanders. They are out to the 25-yard line. Looks like Sam Hartman will continue to be the quarterback in right now. Going to try to fight for his way to be the quarterback number 2, but it looks like all signs are pointing to Hartman being quarterback number 3 for sure. Junior Malay, thanks for checking in. Junior checking in, saying, what's up, Mario? Cowboys Nation from Canada. Cheers to you, Junior. Here we go, guys. Here's the snap on 1st and 10. A scramble to the right-hand side. This breaks big. This will be a pickup of 11 yards right here, and that's good for a quick first down. Just like that, first down, Washington Commanders. Looks like Krosky Merritt, Krosky-Merritt last name, is doing a pretty decent job today. So he gets another carry. Haven't seen him for a while. That's his 3rd carry for today. He's up to 43 yards. We've got a pistol formation here from the 36-yard line. A turnaround and a handoff to Krosky Merritt. Again, this time his jersey gets torn. He will go backwards. A loss of 4. And as quickly as he picked them up, he will lose them here. So he picked up the first down and then lost 4 yards, so it's a 2nd down and 14. The clock is still ticking. 2nd down and 14. Mark McKay saying, come on, defense. 1D, says Brian Pease. I see you, Brian Pease. Thanks for checking in. Here we go. 2nd down and 15, ladies and gentlemen. We got a shotgun formation. 2 receivers at the bottom from the 32-yard line. The snap, looking right, throwing right. The catch is made. Here's the move, a jab step. This time he jukes a man, gets those 4 yards back, but not much more. It'll bring up a 3rd down, and looks like they're going to call it short. 3rd down and 12 here 3rd down and 12. The clock will continue to tick. Mitchell Tinsley today, 73 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. What a day. What a day. About to get up on my feet right now. I could probably use a Red Bull. 3rd and 12, shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. He's going to look that direction, doesn't like it. The 4-man rush comes in, puts on the pressure, a scramble here. This is good for 10-plus yards. A big gain right there. Gives himself up at about the 48-yard line. That's good for a 1st down on the scramble there. Well done by Hartman. Picks up the scramble, picks up the first. 1st down, Washington. Moves the sticks this time, keeps the clock ticking. Okay. 2K, says Brian, please. Brian Pease. Yes, yes. Washington, 49-yard line, just shy of midfield. 1st and 10 with 12 minutes and 45 seconds. Here's the snap and the handoff. This time, a run up the gut, and he will be down at about the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 5 coming up. 2nd down and 5 coming up after the 5-yard gain right here. Cliff Kingsbury, offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders, is calling plays today. 12 minutes. Clock is hot right now. Come on, defense, says my name is Nia. Pistol formation. Here's the snap. The handoff. This time, going to the right and picking up nothing. Krosky Merritt will gain nothing on that one. That'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down, 12 minutes on the dot left to go here. 3rd down and 5 after no gain. Okay, shotgun formation, 46-yard line, 3rd down and 5. Waiting for the snap right now. There it is, dropping back, and a quick throw on the slant. Puts it behind the intended receiver. Krosky Merritt on the previous one. This time it looked like, not quite sure, maybe Lane. The pass is incomplete. It brings up a 4th down and stops the clock. So 4th down and 5 coming up. The football will remain at the Cincinnati 46. It's too long for a field goal. Mark McKay saying, LOL jinx. Okay. 4th down coming up right now. They are lined up to go for it. Washington knows that they need to score here. So here's a 4th down opportunity, a 4th and long, real game simulation. A wind up and a throw. A wide open play is made down at the 30. 1st down. 1st down for the Washington Commanders. A 4th and long, and it looks like the Bengals defense took their foot off of the necks here. That is good for a 1st down. Let's start the clock once again. A big play there, 15-yard pickup for Martin. Hartman with a great throw on that play. 1st and 10 coming up. That moves the football to the Cincinnati 31. Football to the Cincinnati 31, and the clock is hot. Here we go. Single back formation now, waiting for the snap. Under center, Hartman takes it. He will hand this off to his back. A lane opens up. A gain of about 3 right here. A flag comes in, stopping the clock with exactly 11 minutes left to go. Let's find out what this flag is. Okay. Looks like it's going to be against Cincy. Offsides on the defense. That's a 5-yard penalty right here. 1st down, so 1st and 5 coming up. Offsides on the defense there. Repeat, 1st down, 1st and 5. 11 minutes on the dot. Mark McKay saying fumble. Mark McKay saying holding offense. Mark McKay just throwing things out there. Here's the snap out of the shotgun. Here's the handoff. And this time it will be no gain. The clock will start to tick. 2nd down and 5 coming up after no pickup there from Krosky Merritt. So Krosky Merritt unable to pick up anything. 2nd down and 5. And it looks like the Washington Commanders, with their 3rd-string quarterback, are going to try to fight here. So, 2nd down. We are inside of field goal range, guys. 10 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. The handoff around the left. And this time, it'll be another no gain right there. Krosky Merritt once again. 3rd down and 5. The clock's still ticking. The clock's still ticking. And Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, guys, this man, 5'11", 208 pounds, out of Arizona. So far this preseason, coming into today's game, he had 7 carries. Tonight, he's definitely had more than his than what he had last time. Here comes maybe possibly his 7th carry right here. They're calling that last one a gain of 1, so 3rd down and 4. The football is on the Bengals 25. Here's the snap, dropping back in the pocket. Will wind up and throw. Is the catch made? It is! Lane with a catch, threading the needle right there. There's a flag on the play. Hold the phone. That was a beautiful throw. That was a dime. A 14-yard pitch and catch right there on the right-hand side. A nice out route. Beautiful. Burned the defense. There should have been a hold there, a flag for DPI. It is DPI. The penalty will be declined. So that's clearly a catch. It was defensive pass interference. 1st down here. Penalty declined. 9 minutes and 39 seconds left to go here. Washington Commanders with a big pickup. 1st down. We are on the Bengals 9-yard line inside the red zone. Let's see if they can score. Here's the snap, guys. Dropping back, handing off to the running back. A little spin move here and a loss of a yard. Inside the red zone, a loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11 coming up here for Washington. The clock is ticking. 9:18. I got to add some time or subtract some time here. They converted a 4th down, a 4th and long on this play. They absolutely needed to do that. Like 100% they absolutely needed to do that. 9 minutes left to go. 2nd down and 11. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Here it is. Looking right, doesn't like it, changes his mind. Throws out to the flat, tries to cut back. It does not work. Another tackle for a loss. And Korski Merrick gets blown up. A loss of another 3 or 4 yards. 3rd down and 13 coming up. So with 3rd down and 13 backs them up to the Cincinnati 14-yard line. They need to score a touchdown here because, hey, the Bengals are scoring touchdowns. So if the Bengals are scoring touchdowns, Commanders are going to need to score a touchdown here too. Korski Merritt going nowhere here. 3rd down and 13, Cincinnati backed up to their own 14-yard line, but they've done well on these last 2 plays. Here is Washington with the football. Sam Hartman waiting for the snap. He takes it. He drops. The rush coming in. He steps up through the pocket. He will scramble. He will try to pick it up himself. Oh, my gosh. Helmet to helmet. 4th down. He's okay. If he wasn't wearing that helmet, his brain would have been scrambled on the ground. My gosh. If his helmet was not on his head, his brain would have scrambled right there. Ooh, it was a shoulder to helmet. So, okay. Shoulder to helmet. He put his face down. I mean, that's on him. 100% that's on him. This current drive, guys, 14 plays for 71 yards and 7.5 minutes. This brings up a 4th down and 3, guys. 4th down and 3. The flags come in. Let's find out what this one is. Stops the clock with 7:31. They're going for it on 4th down. It's a false start penalty here against the Commanders. It'll back them up and make it a 4th down and 8. Do you still go for it? No, you probably kick the field goal in this point. So Dan Quinn, head coach of the Washington Commanders, will pull the offensive unit. We do end up with a field goal opportunity here for the Washington Commanders. It should be a short one. Looks like 27 yards. So a 27-yard field goal attempt. Let's see what happens on 4th down and 8 here. 7:31 left to go. Washington to kick this one. They have everyone's got their timeouts again. Let's go ahead and reset those. The kick is up, guys. The kick is good. And that's 3 points on the board for the Washington Commanders. So the Commanders scored 3 points right there. It's nothing crazy, but they scored something. At least they got points on that possession. They're now down by 11. Commanders now down by 11. Okay. All righty now. Man, I am hungry. Preseason, question mark. I'd go for it, says Father Time. Blocked, says Mark is just throwing all kinds of stuff out. Good job, Washington, says Lolita. Pam saying, I hope that the Bengals will win, but that quarterback for the Commanders, Jaden Daniels, is one of the best. Not better than your quarterback, though, Pam. I'm telling you right now. Peter Hahn saying, thanks, G. When's the next game, asks Peter Hahn. Peter Hahn, we can talk next games for both of these teams really quick. My next game will be on Thursday. I'm actually talking to my wife, thinking that I might end up doing 2 games on Thursdays. I'm going to need to do something here because y'all know that I Bring the energy. I always try to bring the energy. Even when I'm out of gas, I try to keep the bus going. But I'm thinking we're going to need to be covering more football. More. Just more football, man, as much as I can fit in right now. I think they can come back, says Ted Long. It's possible. 63% of you guys believe that the Commanders are cooked. Let's find out, guys. Where are you watching from? Where are you guys watching from? Okay. Washington Commanders next game will be Saturday. Guys, the preseason schedule will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So in 3 days, I will be live again. I might have a secret live stream that pops up, maybe members only. We might start talking about it here, channel members, so we can look through our pick'ems, walk through our pick'ems, and see if I can't convince you one way or another to change your mind. So that's coming up soon. I've already talked to Kimbrough. I've already talked to Santino. I've already talked to a couple of other streamers out there who might have some very valid opinions and points. We might have some cool streams coming up here this season. Okay, Commanders, they will play on Sunday. This is the Commanders schedule. Next week, preseason against the Ravens. Then week 1, it's Commanders hosting the Giants. Week 2, short week, guys, between week 1 and week 2. They play Sunday. They turn around and play Thursday. Somebody's got to do it. Looks like both the Packers and the Commanders will be on a short week here, so at least it's even for both teams. Commanders at Green Bay for week 2. Week 3, Washington will be hosting the Raiders, and then they travel again to Atlanta. So a lot of traveling back and forth here for the Washington Commanders. They are kicking this football back to the Cincinnati Bengals with 7 minutes and 28 seconds left to go. We've got a 1st and 10 possibly coming up. They're looking shifty here. Bengals with the football down at about the 34-yard line. Hasn't given up the ball. He goes down. That took a long time to bring that man down. But the possession has changed. It is Bengals football. Let's go ahead and reset all of these numbers here. Third quarter was 7-16. That was a 15-second kickoff return. Long time right there. Whoops. Shout out to all of you guys. Let's read those comments. I asked it and didn't even read. Appreciate y'all out there. More Dolphins game, says Matt Farm. ZM saying Alabama. Ted in Washington. Here's the snap. There's the handoff. Looks like Brooks will get the carry, and Brooks will pick up a second down here. Looks like a 2nd down and 6 after a 4-yard gain. Football now up. It's actually a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5 to the Cincinnati 35. To the Cincinnati 35. Let's see. Junior saying Nova Scotia, Canada. RS in Cebu, Philippines. Love it. Out in the Philippines, RS. RS out in the Philippines. Let's see. We got Ted Long in Virginia. Baton Rouge for Spoken Word, the Loving World. Or Spoken Word, the Living Word. Excuse me, I couldn't read your name right. 2nd down and 5 with 6 minutes and 36 seconds left to go. Here's the snap. There's the handoff up the gut right here for a pickup of about 4. 3rd down and 1 coming up. Short situation now. 3rd down and 1 for the Cincinnati Bengals. Football now up to the Cincinnati 43. As shown on your screen just below me. Shout out to Joshua Lopez out in Colorado. Robert Samora in the 210, just like us. Martin in Michigan. What's up, Martin? Lolita in Washington, D.C. and Arizona Skies in Phoenix, Arizona. Father Time next to the river tonight. It's pretty rough. Here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers on the left-hand side. There's the snap and a handoff. This time they need the 1st down on 3rd down and 1. They will pick up about 4 yards there. That'll do it. That's good for a 1st down, Cincinnati. 1st and 10 coming up for the Bengals. 1st down. 1st and 10 now at the Cincinnati 47, approaching half midfield right here. Excuse me. Fishing up a storm out in Oakland. I see you fishing up a storm. We got Matt Farms in the house saying Finger Lake region of New York, giggity. And Peter Hahn saying, yup, just stream every day. I'm really tired at everyone's channel. Here's the snap, fakes the handoff, dropping back, pressure coming in, throws to the left-hand side. Catch made to the 50. Ooh, a big hit there. Crossing midfield, down at the opposite 47. So from the 47 to the 47, call that a gain of about 6 there if that's the case. 2nd down and 4 coming up. The clock will continue to tick. 6-yard gain for Brooks. Once again, Brooks getting a lot of carries today. That's his 11th carry on the day. He's good for 47 yards. Good for 47 yards. Susan out in Florida. Thanks for checking in, Susan. And, of course, our boy CMC later out in Redding, California. Over 100 degrees Fahrenheit all week. Ouch. Here's the snap on 2nd down and 4. Looking, winding up, throwing, almost picked off right there by Washington. There's a flag on the play. Let's find out what this flag is for. 4:33 left to go. Shout out to Cheryl, who's out in California. Holding, looks like offense. Yeah, it's going to be a hold against the offense here. So the Bengals repeat 2nd down, guys. It'll be 2nd down and forever here. 2nd down and 14. Happened behind the line of scrimmage. So that's your flag. That stops the clock with 4:33. 4:33 left to go. Let's go ahead and get this set really quick. 4:33, 2nd down and 14 after the holding call. Aaron also in San Antonio, just like us. Fist bumps to you, Aaron. Thanks for checking in. Here's the snap out of the shotgun. Looking left, throwing left. Catch is made. This time it's at about the 49. No, they're going to call that an incomplete pass. So incomplete pass, 3rd down and 14 with 4:29 left to go. I wonder if the Bengals can convert this 3rd down and extra long. Jeremy saying, you know me, from the good old state of Ohio. Go Buckeyes. Beverly in Cincinnati. Alonzo asking, when is your first college game that I will stream? Alonzo, I won't be streaming until the playoffs. I won't be streaming until the playoffs, for college football at least. 3rd down and 14. We got 3 receivers on the right. Here's the snap, dropping back in the pocket with time. Has to scramble, though. Jake Browning still on his feet, being chased from behind. Now he's on the run. He will wind up and throw and connect on 3rd down and 14. Clock will tick right here. That'll make it a 4th down and 1. A huge gain right there. Not enough for a 1st down, though. So 4th and 1. And the clock is ticking. They're going to go for it here. Up to the Washington 44-yard line. That's going to make it a close situation. Here's the play one more time. Ooh, they might call that no catch. They need to hurry up and get back to the line. They might say he used the challenge flag, comes in, stops the clock with 3:56. So a review comes in, guys. The challenge flag is there. This one is under review in the 3rd quarter with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left to go. I see you, Quaid, in Memphis. I see you, Nia, out in Columbus, Ohio. We've got Pam Miller checking in saying Miami Dolphin City. I see you. We got Tracy in Puerto Rico. ¿Qué onda, Boricua? ¿Qué tal, mi gente? Hey! Shout out to all the Boricuas y Caribeños que están allá afuera, to all my people from the Caribbean. RS saying never miss a show, watching from Cebu, Philippines. Respect to all the U.S. I see you guys out there. Giggity, giggity, giggity goo. Commanders can do it, says Brian. You might be right there, Brian. They might be able to do it. Okay. Appreciate you guys leaving all of your locations out there, letting us know where on this planet of Earth y'all are watching this live stream from. We've got a review right now. This play is under review. Guys, if you're new to the channel, I appreciate y'all being here. We're slowly growing right now. We still need about 50 new subscribers to get to our goal today of 37,000. Yeah. We can change the odometer, and you guys can be here for it. We are looking for 46 new subscribers to get there. Irving in República Dominicana dice, Dominicano soy. Kuriki takati. Kuriki takata. Stay blessed from Imperial Valley. Appreciate you, Stefan Sandoval. I see you. I see you. Neat, glad to have a neighbor. Thanks to whoever just hit that button, by the way. Appreciate y'all tons, man. Slowly growing. Still in the middle of this commercial break. Still in the middle of this commercial break. This is one of the things that I also like to do, guys. We are in the middle of a challenge. This play is being reviewed. The nose of the football definitely touched the floor. But if you are new to the channel, say hello. I want to give you guys your official shout out. Drop 5 emojis if you don't want to say hello, or you can say what's up, I'm new. Drop whatever colors you want. I want to give you guys a quick shout out if you guys are out there. Appreciate y'all, man. Okay. So they're going to call it a 4th down and 14. because that pass was incomplete. The challenge was successful, and we're going to back them up. So 4th and 14 will likely get the punt team out here if that's the case. Matt Farms with the thumbs up. I see you. Hello, all, says Jody. Here's the snap on 4th and 14. There is the kick, and this one will be a high-hanging one. It comes back, and it's returned from the 20, chased down from behind. Stephen Kane, thanks for subscribing. This will be down, a first down here. Commanders get the football back, and there is a chance for Washington. So the Washington Commanders get the football back. They're at their own 22-yard line, but they're just happy that they get the ball back, right? Okay. Y'all, 60% of you said that they were cooked. 60%. Let's see. What's up, Free Flames? I see you, bro. Much love from the UK Wildcats hockey team. Appreciate you, Free Flames. Thank you. Bengals saying solo grip tape, all grip, no slip. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Trying to put that grip tape on his feet. He will pick up just a couple yards right there. 2nd down and 8. Bro, Black Magic grip tape was my favorite for my skateboard back in the day. Back in the days when I used to skate. Back in the days when it didn't matter that I didn't have health insurance or whatever. When my parents took care of everything. Now we're all grown up and we're still fighting for health insurance. Nothing changes. Here we go, guys. 2nd down and 8 coming up. The clock is ticking. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Here's the snap on 2nd down and 8 with 3 minutes and 36 seconds. Winds up and throws. The catch is made on the left-hand side. That's a pretty good gain right there. Turner on the grab. That's good for a first down, Washington. That will move the sticks. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. First down for the Commanders. Commanders up to their own 33. They got a ways to go here. Got a ways to go. The Bengals are cooked now, it says 24-7. Shotgun formation once again. Here is the snap. There is the handoff to Krosky Merritt. Merritt will pick up a yard or 2. Call that a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8 coming up. So his 2nd down and 8 as Krosky Merritt goes around the right guard to the Washington 35 for a 2-yard pickup. Bryant was there to make the stop. They're highlighting Joe Burrow's numbers. And we were talking about it earlier today here as well. I always love bringing up some of the stats when it's applicable. Obviously, everyone, there's that competition. Who's the better quarterback? The numbers don't lie here, guys. These are the 2024 stats for these two quarterbacks last year. Shotgun formation for the Washington Commanders from the 35-yard line. Looking left, throwing left, catch is made. A diving play there. It's good for a first down. First down, Washington Commanders. This time, that one was a beautifully delivered pass. That one was a beautifully delivered pass in that situation. Who's our quarterback out here right now? Did they go back to Josh Johnson? I think they might have gone back to Josh Johnson. Let me just double check this right here. It was Josh Johnson. So there seems to be a quarterback 2 battle coming up right now. Josh Johnson in the shotgun takes the snap, will hand this off. This is going to be a run up the gut for Krosky Merritt, and he will pick up the first down on 3rd down and 1. So on 3rd down and 1, the gain here, this takes us to 2 minutes right here. It's good for a gain of 4, and this will reset everything to 1st and 10. 1st and 10, guys, coming up right now. 1st and 10 this time from the 43-yard line, and we are cooking. Starting to get to that midfield point. Commanders elongating this drive, taking their time on this one. Josh Johnson back out there at quarterback, so they're going back and forth. Here is the handoff. This time, Krosky Merritt will only pick up about a yard on that, so 2nd down and like 9. Coming up to the Washington 46. Washington approaching midfield here. I don't know, man. 60% of y'all said that the Washington Commanders are cooked. I think you guys might be like dead wrong, bro. I think you guys might be like super wrong, but we are going to find out right here, right now. 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go. 2nd down and 9. The football at the Washington 46. You've got a shotgun formation here. They're showing blitz on the opposite side. They will rush 4. Josh Johnson in the pocket that starts to crumble. It's thrown and almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness. Wow. That's an incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 54 seconds. 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and 9. The pass incomplete. My goodness. That's quick. That was quick, man. Tell you what. So the pass incomplete from Josh Johnson. This brings up a 3rd down and 9. The football still on the 46, and quickly getting back to the line of scrimmage. The blitz comes in, winds up and throws into a tight window. It's broken up, 4th down and 9. Great defense there by Lux. Lux with a big stop, 48 seconds left to go. So the punt team likely going to come out for the Washington Commanders, down by 11. They probably could have used at least another field goal here to make it a 1-possession game. Instead, they're still at a 2-possession game with the end of the 3rd quarter nearing here. End of the 3rd quarter coming in hot. End of the 3rd quarter coming in hot. Here is the kick, guys. This one goes high, and it will be returned from the 12 to the 15. Down at about the 19, a flag coming in on that play. Let's find out what this one is with 39 seconds left to go after the punt. Got to go for them touchdowns. It's preseason, Reno, Nevada. CC saying cooked. I need 17.5 points, just score. Do you really just need 0.5, CC? Oh, no. CMC saying interception, please. Any of you guys betting on this game? Raise your hand if you're betting on this game. Raise your hand if you're betting out here. Mark McKay, I see you. There's a flag. Let's find out what this one is. It came in late on the play, so it was probably after the kick. Blindside block, number 41 on the receiving team. 1st and 10 from the Cincinnati 10 after this one. So, I mean, I don't have a button for that, so we're just going to call it illegal block in the back, even though it's not. I mean, it's an illegal block. So, illegal block, blindside block, that's going to be the call right there, guys. That will back them up to the 10-yard line. And so we'll have a 1st and 10 from the 10 when we get back from this commercial break. 39 seconds left to go. Let's see. Oh, that's a good one. Let's do that, Thomas. Let's do that, guys. Give me your crystal ball bets. I got money for the Bengals, says Joshua Lopez. What will be the final score? What will be the final score? Let's see your crystal ball predictions, guys. Let's see your crystal ball predictions. Take a quick look. I only bet during fantasy, says Country. Donald saying I'm betting on this one. Mark McKay saying halftime. I got money on the Bengals, says Joshua. Never bet on preseason. I'm with you. Fishing up a storm. David Bacco saying 31-20 Bengals. Matt Farms saying 34-31. I'm guessing you're going with Bengals on that one. Commanders' backup quarterbacks are bad, says Alec. Yeah, they're not great. When you're looking at the stats over there, it does not look very good. Let's see. Yep, Cincy. For a long pass, LOL. Betting on preseason is lighting money on fire, says Jay. Jay, basically. Father Time saying it's going to be tied 31-31. That's a crystal ball prediction if I ever saw one. 34-24, says Freeze Flames. A couple field goals here for Free Flames. Let's see. Donald Smith saying safety. Matt Steve saying Skins 90, Bengals 20. Lolita saying 30-17. Country Kisses saying 31-24 Bengals. Just one more field goal and another touchdown, says Country. Guys, those of y'all who have never done fantasy football and you're in our league, like, this is going to be so much fun. It's going to change the way that you watch football immediately. I love it. I love it. 35-20, says Jay. 35-20. Chester saying 38-24. 31-24 Cincy. You guys are definitely going for Cincy on this one. Most of y'all believe Cincy's going to get the win here. Judy, Chester, Jay, Fishing Up a Storm, Jody, Mark McKay, Alec, all of you guys. Here we go. The Bengals get the football here with 38 seconds left to go. Here's the snap and a handoff. This time the handoff goes nowhere. It is a gain of a yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up, and the clock will continue to tick. This will probably be the last play of the quarter here, and this should take us to the 4th quarter after that quick handoff. Cincinnati Bengals up by 2 possessions. They're in no rush to lose their lead. They're in no rush to lose their lead. Fantasy makes football way more fun. I like having my players I need to watch. Me too. I went with CeeDee Lamb in my money league, so I'll be watching my Dallas Cowboys closely. Fingers crossed that he stays healthy this year. Jesse Yang saying me. That is the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We will move on to the fourth quarter here now. When we get into this fourth quarter, the Cincinnati Bengals will have the football. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 from the Cincinnati Bengals' own 6-yard line. Bengals do have the football. Reading some more comments since we are in the middle of a commercial break, guys. Don't be shy. Seriously, talk with us. Chat with us. We don't bite. We're friends here. We're all friends here. So if you want to be a part of the Football Nation, if you feel like you want to chat with some serious sports fans, y'all, leave your chats in that area right now. Let's see. Free Flame saying, I'm just ready to see how Higgins does since he's healthy and he's franchise tagged. Free Flames. Jeff checking in. Jeff Renteria. I don't practice Renteria. I ain't got no crystal ball. I know it's Santeria, but if I had $1 million, then I'd spent it all. Okay, I've got 8 and 7 on my squares. $360 every 5-minute mark, up 720 just now. Dang, Jeff is balling right now. Balling. We fly high. No lie. Ian saying T isn't franchised. Is he not? Am I tripping? No? Yep. 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 That he is franchised right here. According to a quick Google search. According to a quick Google search. Looks like I'm right. The Cincinnati Bengals have placed the franchise tag on wide receiver T. Higgins for the 2nd consecutive year. This means Higgins will play under a 1-year, $28 million contract if a long-term deal isn't reached by July 15th deadline. So that already happened. So then why is it lying to me? Yeah. Bengals put a franchise tag on T. Higgins again. Now what? Yeah, no, he's not. No, Ian, you may want to double check that. I think you might be tripping, Ian. Double check. It says March. Here's the link right here. This is from ESPN. Bengals franchise tag T. Higgins for 2nd year in a row. That's March 3rd, 2025. I'm not. He signed a 4-year deal after that. I mean, I just dropped the link right there, bro. That's literally the title of the link right there. There's multiple of those that are listed here, but if that changed, then so be it. I'm just going based off of this. Here we go. 1st and 10 coming up. Did I miss something? I did because I'm reading comments. All right, guys. I apologize for missing this. This was a big 1st down pickup here for the 1st and 10 coming up. I'm going to step away from the comments. 14 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. Here's the snap. Jake Browning dropping back, looking right, throwing right. That's a deep route. That's going to be an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 stops the clock with 14:15 left to go. 14:15 left to go. Okay. Okay, here we go. That was a deep throw. The pass was incomplete. It brings up a 2nd down and 10. The football remains on the Cincinnati Bengals 17-yard line. And here we go. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers on the right. There's the snap. Browning will look right, winds up, throws, catch is made just past the 20, down at the 22-yard line. Not enough for a 1st down. It brings up a 3rd down after a pickup of about 4, 3rd down and 6. So a 3rd down and 6 coming up right now. 3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 5, excuse me, is what it says on my TV screen. So with 13 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in this football game, Potato saying Washington might win 6 games. 3rd down and 5. Shotgun formation, motion on the field here, waiting for the snap. A man dropping back. They're trying to play deep. The blitz does come in, though. Browning has to fire. A difficult catch made by Hudson again, and Hudson picks up the 5 yards that are needed. That's good for a first down on third down. That's a conversion. First down, Cincinnati. The Cincinnati Bengals pick up the first down right now. Country saying, but have you pressed the like button yet? Okay, so that's a good first down right there. So Ian Lee is cleaning up the confusion, saying that he signed one thing and then signed something else. So, I mean, I guess two things could be right. He was franchise tagged. So that fact still stands true. A big 9-yard carry right there. What happened after the franchise tag? Seems that I have omitted that tidbit of information, but the initial information of him having been franchise tagged still stands true because that did happen. Okay, second down. Loopholes, bro. Loopholes. We're going to loophole. We're just going to find all the loopholes right now. There's nothing more American than finding loopholes. Second down and 1 coming up with 12 minutes and 25 seconds. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff around the right-hand side. That's good for a first down. A pickup to about the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. First down right here. Milton picks up the first down. First down, Cincinnati. The Cincinnati Bengals will move the sticks here. I need help. Over or under, says Darius Williams. Ooh-wee. The over-under for today is 43 points. We're sitting at 41 right now. I would go, over-under 53 is what you've got. I've got the over-under listed as 43 for this one. I've got the over-under in this game as 43. The adjusted seems to be 53. I mean, if it's 53, then take the under. If it's for this game, Darius. That was a 1st and 10, guys, from the Cincinnati 41. Looks like a short gain right here. We'll bring up a second down and long, so about a second down and 7 or 8 right here. Call it a second down and 9. Short gain right there. Looks like my eyes deceived me. Guys, I'm going to step away from the chat area. Going to step away from the chat area. Second down and 9. If someone wants to help our boy Darius out right there, y'all let him know what you think. Shotgun formation, second down and 9. Jake Browning waiting for the snap. He takes it. He drops. The 4-man rush comes in. He throws to the quick slant right there out to the 50-yard line. Call that a gain of 8. Second down and 1 coming up. Excuse me. Third down and 1 coming up. It was a second down and 9. That play broke for 8. Third down and 1. The clock is hot. Brian P. saying Commanders 31, Bengals 28. Ooh. Ooh. Washington isn't making the playoffs, says Potato. Not with that defense. Third down and 1. Shotgun formation. Looks like man-to-man coverage. Everyone trying to keep up here. There's a snap and a handoff to the running back. A big hit right there. Third down and 1 becomes 4th down and 2 possibly. No gain right there. They're going to call it a 4th down and 1, but the clock will continue ticking. A 4th down brought up. Good job by the Commanders defense. They might get a stop right now. It's still a 2-possession game. A field goal could make it a 1-possession game if Washington can get the football back and score some points. But the Bengals are outside of field goal range. It's a 4th down and 1. What would Dan Campbell do? You would go for it. So now the Washington Commanders need to get a stop here on 4th down and 1. They are at the 50-yard line. The Cincinnati Bengals at the 50-yard line. They need to pick up 1 yard to get into Washington territory. They need 1 yard to get into Washington territory and 1 yard to pick up the first down. Clock is stopped with 9:55. Let's find out why. Clock is stopped with 9:55. Don't know why. Might be an injury of some kind. First down wins, says Richard Reed. Think so, Richard? 9:55. Waiting for the next call, guys. They're just showing this replay right here to see if it was enough. This is the measurement, 2 foot. Why do they do this? This is such a waste, bro. I absolutely hate this virtual assistant, this virtual measurement. Like, for soccer or for a goal line play, sure. For a goal line play, sure. But it doesn't matter. It's going to come down to where they spot the football. And where they spot the football, you can tell with your eyes. Like, I've yet to see one that's been less than, like, 6 inches. That's been, like, less than a foot or less than, like, 10 inches. Here's a quarterback sneak. It looks like Jake Browning on 4th down and 1. The quarterback sneak will work. This will bring up a first down. First down for the Cincinnati Bengals. I hate so much, like, with every fiber of my being, Darius still saying over-under on that 52. Bro, I would still go under on it. Like, I don't know. I feel that way. Jaden Daniels scared to throw tonight. Jaden Daniels, I mean, he didn't even play tonight, so there's that. You're saying that he was scared to throw and that's why he didn't play. I mean, Joe Burrow played, that's for sure. Here's the snap and a handoff to the running back. He gets a little help from his friends as he breaks that football out to the 41-yard line, maybe the 42. A pickup of 7 or 8 yards right there on 1st and 10 will bring up a second down and short, so second down and like 3. Call it a second down and 2, an 8-yard pickup right there. Well done. Well done. Looks like, is that Zuchil? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Can they score at least 1 point? I need just 1 point from either one of these. Let's find out. All right, guys. Looks like we've got Jake Browning on a second down and 2 from the Washington 41-yard line across midfield. We've got a receiver on the top and 2 at the bottom. He looks to the top of the screen, delivers this one in that turkey hole, and a dropped pass right there. That was a wide open play, and Pryor gonna miss the grab. This will bring up a 3rd down and 2. I like the aggression there. Second down and short, why not take a deep shot? So you've still got the manageable option here and make the deep shot an out route. Good play right there. I formation for who? I formation for you? I formation for who? Here we go, guys. Shotgun once again. Here's the snap. There's the handoff around the right-hand side. This time, looks like he will go backwards. Fights for the extra yardage on 3rd down and 2. I think he picks it up. I think that's a first down. I think we get another first down here. 1st and 10, first down, Cincinnati. Probably the best Bengals team ever, says Eye to Eye. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of a rival. Okay. The eye of the tiger here, guys. The 39-yard line. Jake Browning will take it. He will look right. He will throw in another dropped pass. Mays taking another look. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock with 7:21. Stops the clock with 7:21. Okay. 11-point game. The Cincinnati Bengals are within Evan McPherson's field goal range, I think, here from the 39. This would make it, I would make it like a 56-yard field goal from here. They could use another couple yards here. 2nd down and 10 in the shotgun. Browning will take the snap. He will wind up and throw. Catch made. This time down at the 33, maybe the 32. That's a pickup of 6 or 7. It brings up a 3rd down and 3 coming up. Maybe a 3rd down and 2. My eyes deceive me yet again. 3rd down and 4 coming up now. Peter Hahn saying it's karaoke. Karaoke, bro. 420 watching, says AZ Skies. You know what that means. Or maybe you don't. And that's okay. And that's okay, too. All right, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd down and 4. 6 minutes and 41 seconds left to go. Here's the snap. The flag comes in quickly. And there's going to be a false start here, more than likely. Let's find out what this call is. Yep, false start. There's a penalty on the play, guys. False start on the offense here. The Cincinnati Bengals will be backed up 5 yards. It was a 3rd down and 4. This makes it a 3rd down and 9. That changes the situation in a lot of ways. changes the situation in multiple ways here. So now a 3rd down and 9 from the Washington 38, and the Bengals are inside of Washington territory. But can Cincinnati get one more touchdown that would more than likely seal the deal here? A field goal would help. Oh, this is going to be another false start here. That'll back them up 5 more yards. Man, so that'll make it, yikes, back-to-back false starts right there. 3rd down and 14 backs them up to the Washington 43, and now we're really looking at a different situation. Now we're outside of field goal range for McPherson. Maybe it's close, but that's a long one here. Giggity. 6 minutes and 38 seconds left to go. 3rd down and 14 now from the Washington 43. Jake Browning in the shotgun will take the snap. The 4-man rush comes in. Browning gonna pump fake. Browning gonna scramble. Browning gonna get dropped at the 49, and Washington's defense shows up big there. This will make it a 4th down and forever. 4th down and 19. 4th down and 19. The clock will continue to tick, and the punt team will come out for the Cincinnati Bengals. I wonder. Sam O'Day saying out of field goal range. What's up, Wienery? Fist bumps to you, my friend. Houday Nation, says Heidi. What's up, Heidi? How you doing? Heidi, 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 hi. Thanks for checking in. Here we go, guys. The punt team coming out now. Kazmir Allen to bring this one back here for the Washington Commanders. Allen getting ready to bring this one back. Here's the boot with 5:45 left to go. This will be signaled a fair catch at the 15-yard line. Stopping the clock with 5:40, guys. 1st and 10 coming up for Washington now. Can Washington make this happen? They're going to need to do it quickly here. Jaden Daniels in the first 3 minutes, guys, of possession for Washington scored 2 back-to-back touchdowns. Like, the Washington Commanders with Jaden Daniels are nasty. Excuse me, they didn't even bring him out. It was Josh Johnson. It was Josh Johnson. In the first opening part, it was Josh Johnson who absolutely ate at the start of this game. And he wasn't the one who scored the touchdown. Actually, Jaden Daniels did score a touchdown. He did play the opening game. That's right. He did have a rushing touchdown to open this one up. What song is my karaoke song? Asks Peter Hahn. My favorite karaoke song, I've got a couple. It depends on the crowd, right? I do Kill Switch Engaged, My Curse, if I want to do some like hardcore heavy stuff. I really like the song Handlebars by the Flowbots. I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars. That's like one of my favorites right there. Richard asking, what are you talking about? I was talking about some of these other players here and some of how this game started. So this game started out hot. We had Korski. We had 1 touchdown here on the ground. We had a 2nd touchdown here on the ground for Jaden Daniels, who had a 14-yard rushing touchdown to open up the game for his squad. They scored quickly in the first quarter there. They scored 14 points in the first quarter and did not score since. So they got that field goal there in the 3rd just now, but it's been a while. This game is starting to drip down. Karaoke, Drowning Pool, Bodies. Ooh, that's a good one. Plan B saying, I saw the Flowbots live in 2022. Okay, they were dope AF. Just save your voice for the Cowboys game. You're going to need it, says Mark McKay. The Handlebar song is sick. I love that song. Probably the song Tequila. I like Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin. It kind of awkward as a man, though. That's funny. Let's see. Reading some more comments out here. New York by Frank Sinatra. I used to bartend for 4 years, guys. I was a bartender. Excuse me, let me rephrase. I was a bartender for like 12 years. 4 of those years I bartended at a karaoke bar. So here's the snap on 1st and 10 to the right-hand side. Going to be a gain of about 2 or 3. This brings up a 2nd down and 7 here for Washington. He does go out of bounds, stopping the clock. Let's bring up my board one more time. So a 2nd down and 7 coming up. Subtract a little bit of time. Looks like the clock is going to keep ticking here. Ugrid saying hello from Sorn saying hello from North Carolina. Appreciate you. Here's the snap on 2nd and 7, dropping back, winding up and throwing that pass. Going to go off the hands of the intended receiver, stopping the clock with 5:15. Incomplete on 2nd and 7, brings up a 3rd down and 7. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. So 5:15 left to go. The play clock is starting to count down right now. I just need one single point, says CC. Low rider. Nice. I'm 60 and I do the song very well, she says. Dropping back, going to step up and throw. The catch is made, needs the yard. He picks it up. There's a flag on the play, though. Let's find out what the flag is. This would bring up a 1st down if it stands, but if there's a penalty, maybe not. They were just talking to Von Miller right now. New defensive player, 129 sacks in his career, which is the most by an active player for Von Miller. There's a holding call right here, guys, on 3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 7. It becomes a 3rd down and 16. So, holding offense. Commanders will get backed up right now. Okay. Let's close this, turn this off. 5:06 left to go. Let's start the clock here. Okay, guys. All the way back to their own 9-yard line. Here's the snap with the 4-man rush coming in. The scramble, almost going to get dropped from behind. Will wind up and throw. The pass is incomplete. Almost gives up a safety on the play. 4th down and 16, and the punt team will come out for the Washington Commanders. I think this might be all she wrote, guys. Thanks for keeping the Bengals fans in the Washington area up to date tonight. Happy to help you guys out, man. Happy to help you guys out. Cheers to you, Richard Reed. Thanks for checking in, bro. Let me stop the clock. We got 4:51 left to go, y'all. 4:51 left to go in this football game. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. The Washington Commanders to punt here. Here's the snap. There's the kick. This one will go all the way back to the 30. The 35, the 40. Nice cut back. The 45, the 50. The 45 on the other side. Down at the 40. A big return here. And the Cincinnati Bengals get a monster return. No flags on the play. 1st and 10 coming up for Cincinnati. And the Bengals are at the 40-yard line of Washington. Just outside of field goal range to open up right now. CC saying that's absolutely disgusting. Eye to Eye saying I'm a casual watcher. Thanks for checking in, Eye to Eye. Appreciate you guys. Okay. All right, guys. Anybody like this channel enough to become a new channel member? Shout out to all of our channel members. I need to update this graphic. I haven't done this graphic in a while here, actually. Let's bring it up. So these have changed a little bit. I will update this before the season gets started, but shout out to all of our channel members, Chi-Town Joe, Brandy, Denise, Gary. Appreciate you guys. I know we've got some new ones out here too, but shout out to Michelle, shout out to Ray Zilla, Send It, and Shiva75, who are out here helping support this channel month in and month out. A shout out to the First Down channel members. There are some that will need to be adjusted here. A couple people have changed around. Special shout out to CMC later, who's out there. Shout out to all of our channel moderators out here as well. Super big shout out to Savannah as well, guys. All of y'all who are on here. If you could see your name on this list, I appreciate y'all being a part of Football Nation and being a First Down channel member. We are going to do the members only live streams here coming up very soon. Every single week we will talk about the pick'ems, just us and the channel members, so that you guys can up your chances of winning that $100, because we are doing a weekly giveaway. Every single week we're giving away $100, guys, to whoever can guess all the right teams that are going to win this week and next week and the next week and the next week. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are interested in winning a free $100, guys, you don't have to pay to play. This is absolutely free for you guys. This is me giving away $100 to someone who can get all of these names right. We're going to do it. Aura won twice last year, and I didn't start doing it until like week 15, so I think I jumped on something a little bit late right there. But if you check out my website, footballnationusa.com, Sam saying, did I win last week? Nobody won because this is all for week 1. It's in the rules right there. So this is for week 1, guys. This is all for week 1, so we will find out after Monday Night Football. We will find out who the week 1 winner is in week 2. All right, guys, let's get back to this. So we've got on our hands a 1st and 10 from the Washington 40. A snap and a handoff to the running back going backwards here. Gonna lose like 5 yards on that play. That did not work out well. 2nd down. Yikes. 2nd down and 15 now coming up. The clock is going to start ticking here. And it looks like the Bengals are going to hang on to the football for now. Eye to eye saying, don't give it to me. Here we go. Let's see. Jeremy Webb saying, Mario, where's my name? I don't see it up there. It probably because you just re-signed earlier this month. Since you just re-signed it, it hasn't popped up yet. That was one from like months ago, dude. I got to update all of these. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. A pump fake this time. We've got another quarterback in here. Here's a hit from behind. I wonder if he's okay. Yep, he is. So this will bring up a 3rd down. Looks like a gain of just 2 yards here. 2-yard gain for Cincinnati. 3rd down and 13, and the clock is ticking. Did Debo come back after half? Rich Star, he did not. Did not come back to play after half. Let's scroll down a little bit so y'all can see the actual players here. I mean, we're not going to see 9 different runners during a regular season game, so we'll be able to see a lot more data then. Okay, guys, here we go. Here's the snap, dropping back, going to air this one out to the left-hand side. The catch is actually made there on 3rd down and 13. It's not enough for a 1st down. This could put them just inside field goal range, though. It does bring up a 4th down now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And that was what? That was quarterback number 5 out here for Cincinnati. That was Peyton Thorne. Peyton Thorne is out there throwing the football. No, it's Desmond Ridder. Dang, what happened to Desmond Ridder? Desmond Ridder is out there throwing the football. 4th and 5 coming up. 4th and 5. This time the extra point or the field goal attempt. Going to be a long one here. From the 36 plus 18 would be, what, 54? Is my math wrong here? Is this a 54-yarder for the Commanders? Oh, I just put in 54. Come on. Okay, 54-yard attempt with 3:11 left to go. Let's stop the clock here. Timeout looks like it was called by the Cincinnati Bengals. Maybe they had too many people on the field, but that stopped the clock with 3:11, left to go. Preseason is almost over, guys. We're going to get into regular football here soon enough. I cannot wait for the regular season to get started here. Guys, I cannot wait for the regular season to get started here. I'm fired up for this. I want my Dallas Cowboys to blow, bro. I want them to explode. I'll do questionable things for Washington points right now, says CC. Matt Farm saying, I was responding to newbie's question about Debo and Jaden, etc. Copy that. Okay. I see UD Vlogs. I see you, UD Vlogs. Thanks for checking in. We've got a long field goal coming up right now. 54-yard field goal attempt here. And I put this for the wrong team. It's actually... Yikes, got to get myself straight here. It was actually for the Cincinnati Bengals, and that one was good. The Cincinnati Bengals kick a 51-yard field goal here. That'll go down as a score for the Cincinnati Bengals. We haven't had some touchdowns or points in a while here. The first half was full of them. The second half, not so much. So let's reset and re-coordinate. Lord needs, I need to. Lord knows that I need to right now. Okay, 3:06 left to go. Possession will switch over to the Washington Commanders. That kick is done. Here we go. Okay, guys. Lord knows I need a nap. Being full-time dad mode is kind of wild. Doing this at the same time, you know, doing all of this is kind of wild. So I'm a Bengals fan, and I was a Cowboys fan in 1995. Come on, Bumanders. That's a stretch there, CC. That's a little bit of a stretch. JSys08 saying, you kept saying wrong yards and downs. I mean, yeah. This game, it happens, bro. It happens. Let's see. Naps are life, says Country Kisses. I could use one. Thank you, Mark McKay. It has been updated. Washington Commanders are about to get the football. Are you using StreamYard for your background? No. Emmanuel JP, I am using... Okay, so this is what I do. So for this live stream, I use OBS. I have a bunch of, like, different pieces that I use, and I basically go into Canva and build it out this way. So, like, every one of these pieces is different, and this is how I change them, like, on the fly, right? So I got the team names, the logos, even the squares, and I basically just change them based off of that. I got a bunch of different folders set up. So, like, let's say the Dallas Cowboys are the home team. I can just change the color for the square here, and it makes it super simple. I've got the away team, like the home team, if I wanted it to be a Dallas Cowboys game. I've got everything already, like, broken down. So then I would just end up, like, shrinking this down and moving it over, blah, blah, blah. But I've got multiple pieces, bro, so that's one piece of this, right? Then I've got the scoreboard that I'm sharing in OBS. And the scoreboard I can change anything to, right? So, like, if I want to reset the score here, Commanders now have 0 points. So I keep this all myself, you know what I mean? And it's just, there's a lot to go with. So I'm using a website called Keep the Score for the actual scoreboard. I use Canva to make my backgrounds. I use the built-in OBS stuff for, like, my scrolling text. And then I have a bunch of multiple screens here, right? So, whoops, hey-oh. There's the kickoff, guys. The Washington Commanders going to start this drive here at the 35. So 1st and 10 coming up from the Washington 35. And, of course, I make my own backgrounds and my own stuff in Canva. So I do break down pregame stuff. Every pregame we go through it and we talk about the offenses, we talk about the defenses, we talk about the starting rosters. If a big play happens and I see Deebo Samuel on a slant route and he does something like this, I'll explain the play as it happens. Just obviously we don't have these starters in there right now, so there's no need for me to have that. But I do it for the defenses as well. We go through the next 5 games. I break these down every single live stream, and I do it for the offense and the defense. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the handoff to the running back. This time it's going to go around the left-hand side. There is a flag on the play on this 1st and 10. So there's a flag on the play on this 1st and 10. 3:01 left to go. Going to be a holding on the offense. Repeat 1st down. This will make it a 1st and 20, backing them up to the Washington, their own 25-yard line. I voted coffee-stained paisley tie for week 1, says Father Time. Bengals don't meow, they roar. You're an OG in the game. Thank you, eye to eye. If you believe that I'm an OG in the game, dude, that's crazy because I feel like I'm new to the game right now. I haven't even hit 3 years on this channel yet. Here's a snap and a handoff to the left-hand side. Looks like it'll be a loss of 1 here on that 1st and 10. So, excuse me, 1st and 20 becomes a 2nd down and 21 after the loss of 1. Brain starting to glitch, bro. The brain is starting to glitch. I need to get some food in me. Tennessee Tactical saying you could do this with audio only. Appreciate you, Tennessee Tactical, in the chat area. Here's the snap and a handoff, this time around the right-hand side. Allen will get to the Washington 31 for a gain of 7 on 2nd down. This becomes a 3rd down and 14. So, you actually are listening to a color radio broadcast, Tennessee Tactical. That would be the whole point of this channel. Sometimes people do not have access to visibly see the game. Some people might even have visual impairments where they can't see the actual game. So I try to use my descriptive powers to try and bring this to you guys as best that I can. They're talking about the NFC storylines. Reached Super Bowl in 2 of the last 4 years under Nick Sirianni for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Washington Commanders are looking to get back to the playoffs back-to-back times for the first time since 1990 to 1992. Brian Schottenheimer being the new head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. And, of course, you've got the New York Giants, where we've seen Russell Wilson go out there. We are now at the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen, and the Washington Commanders have a 2-possession deficit with 2 minutes left to go. Eye to eye saying, I love radio commentary. That's how they used to listen to boxing matches back in the old day. And down goes Frazier. Like that. bro, Joe Burrow, says RL Clips. Father Time saying, I thought so. Do I know you from somewhere? From here. From here. Shout out to you guys. He needs 10 more yards, says, oh, you had him for how many yards, bro? Burrow's not coming back, dude. Burrow's definitely not coming back. You had him for 72 yards. I'm sorry. Preston saying, I'm here to take the over. I said take the under. The over-under for this game overall was 43. Someone said 53. We're looking at 48 right now. 48 right now. Washington Commanders could get that field goal. Aloha, it's that time of year, says Spartan Knoll. What up, Spartan Knoll? Fist bumps to you. We got Venom in the house saying Heathcliff and Garfield would be proud tonight. Cheers to y'all. Ooh, let's see something right now. Let's do something right here for our boy. All right, guys, if y'all are out here and you guys want to help me out, let's do a quick raid on our boy Rising Rhino. He could use a little bit of love right now. He's about to hit 3,000 subscribers, I'm pretty sure. Click on this link, guys, if y'all want to. Let's just do this real quick, just for funsies. This game is dead anyways. I don't think the Washington Commanders are going to come back. Let's give Rising Rhino some love. Click on the link, guys. Click on the link here, and let's give Rising Rhino some love. Just real quick, say Football Nation Raid. Just say Football Nation Raid. I'm already in the chat area right here. I'm about to drop a comment. About to drop my comment for my boy. Football Nation in the house. What up, Rhino? Just get one or two of you guys just to say shout out to our boy Rising Rhino. I want to give him some love here today. All right, guys, there's the handoff, and this time it's going around the right-hand side. Looks like on 3rd down and 14. This one also does not pay out. So this will be a loss of some yardage here. I see y'all. Scroll up just a little bit more. Anybody else out here? Father Time, I see you, Father Time. See you, Richard Carr. I see you guys saying Football Nation in the house. Appreciate y'all. Oh, yeah, you guys are awesome. Let's go. Let's see. Wondering what YouTube flag versus what the right way to do it. Thanks, country. Appreciate that. Shout out to our boy Rising Rhino. Appreciate you guys for helping us out. Here's the snap on 4th down and 13. The punt will go back, guys. It's a big 4th down. Not going to make a difference. It's going back to the Cincinnati Bengals with 1 minute left to go in this football game. And the Bengals are likely just going to air this one out. I don't know. It's garbage time here at this point. It is garbage time here at this point. Thank you guys so much. Subscribers A only. Mario says Tennessee. Did he? I don't know. What's up, Paper Planes? Cheers to you. Saying sorry, bro. Late. Akuna Matata. Emmanuel saying, wondering what YouTube flag versus what the right way to do it. I mean, I do this all super manual, man. It's Muhammad Ali out here right now, guys. There's the knee. They're going to take a couple of these. This will probably be your final score. I don't see anything happening else here. So the Bengals, with just a little bit of time left, they're going to start kneeling this one out. That's going to be it. How did Russell Wilson look? Honestly, I mean, the New York Giants, bro, what can I tell you about New York? They got that big win against the they've won 2 games in a row right now, haven't they? I'm pretty sure the New York Giants have won back-to-back preseason games already. Tinsley fire, says Bengals Rick. Yo, Tinsley was fire today. Tinsley fire today. 30 seconds left in this football game, by the way. Tinsley today, you can see his stats right here. 73 yards. He had 6 targets, 5 receptions. Good for 24 fantasy points today, a long of 23. I think he will win a ring, says Eye to Eye. The thing is, love about Joe Burrow, he already has the eye of the tiger. And honestly, guys, it is anybody's NFL right now. Right now, Patrick Mahomes has a Super Bowl ring. Russell Wilson has a Super Bowl ring. He's on his way out. You've got Joe Flacco with the Super Bowl ring. He's on his way out. You've got Matthew Stafford with the Super Bowl ring. He's on his way out. You got Aaron Rodgers with the Super Bowl ring. He's on his way out. Everything is about to change. The entire NFL landscape is 100% about to change here, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be really great to see that this year. The Cincinnati Bengals will win this game, guys, 31-17. That is the final score of this one. I am hoping and praying that we can get up to 100,000 subscribers by the end of this season. We might need to do a little bit more than what we're currently doing outside of just live streaming, but I will focus on that. It'll be my job to make sure I bring you guys more than just live content like this. I want to make sure I'm putting stuff out there that we as content creators can call it evergreen, and I'm going to be growing up that library. Beverly Lamb, thanks for checking in. Father Time, thanks for being here. Guys, I'm going to go downstairs to go be with my family. I will be live again on Thursday. Guys, so please come back for more content. If this was your first time watching, thank you. If this was not your first time watching, appreciate you guys for coming back week in and week out. My name is Mario Manuel. You've been watching Football Nation, and until next time, let's effing go. Peace out, guys.